Welcome to the Perils of Holtsedge. Let's throw it on over here to DM Mardi.
Yes, welcome to session 11. Last session was not streamed, and the players, they filled the whole session with roleplay and downtime. Basically went back to Holtsedge as the 5 days downtime, which Caleb will be able to do pretty soon. I'm gonna jump right to you, Caleb. What do you want to do for 5 days of downtime, and then the players, like your companions, can bring you back up to what they discovered, the kind of information they found.
Okay, I am very interested in making potions of healing. I need some time, I need some things to do it, and a place that I can be quiet and get my potions of healing constructed and blended properly.
Where would you choose to do that? The quiet place? Because you have...
Yeah, we're in the town of Holtsedge, are we not?
Yep.
Yes. Is there an apothecary of sorts, or a place where I could mix these things?
There's, what's her name?
It's the doctor's office.
Yeah, just come hang out with Quentin.
I'll hang out with Quentin. If he has a doctor's office, a proper office, I will hang out in his office.
Yes, he kind of has that. One of the side rooms of the inn, because he had a deal with the Jabris.
I'm in his closet. People coming up asking me for shit. I'm like, I am not the receptionist, but yes, I'll take your name and number down. Thank you.
Para, move over. Your elbows are far too long.
Bro, is that a halfling in a closet making potions? What is this?
So, do you need any rolls from me, DM, or what?
Yep, so we had something set up in the downtime tab.
Correct. Healing potion.
Once you're done with one of the potions, you can just reset the progress to 0, add a potion to your inventory, and then you just spend one of the bundle of herbs on your first check, and you go until the next potion. How downtime works: when you're doing full days of downtime, you get 2 throws per day, and every time you roll a natural 20, you can roll another time.
You got it. Okay.
Right. How many bundles of herbs do you have, actually?
Let me check my inventory. I have, I believe the official term is enough. I'm sorry. I don't actually know how many bundles I have.
I think they might be in party loot, because you haven't noted them.
Oh, sorry.
Bad ranger.
Is that in the, where is the party loot located? Is that?
In the PCs folder of the actors tab.
Actors directory, okay, and party loot. Let's take a look.
Nobody noted how many bundles you guys had. Wow.
It's like they were given a Zin. So
I'm the dirty one. Okay, we've established that.
I'm gonna say you had 6. Is that good enough?
That sounds
'Cause
wonderful. I
probably-
have 6 bundles.
Four.
I'm gonna put that in my inventory right. Well, I'm using them though right now, so I guess I don't need to.
That's really.
Well,
So now you start another potion, so you have 5, and let's see how much time it takes you to do a potion. So first days is 2 rolls. Oh, that's half a potion.
Look at that, a 19. Love that roll. And a 17.
Almost done on the first day. So second day you have 2 other rolls. It's gonna be finished on the next one.
are these generic healing potions?
Yeah.
They are standard. So that's 1 more potion for you,
Got it.
and you can take 1 bundle, reset the downtime activity, and go at it again.
Okay, so that was my first roll for second day, right?
Second roll for second day.
Okay. There we go. So this is my second roll. 14. All right, so day 3.
Yep.
All right. Ooh, the anticipation.
Damn. These are good rolls.
All right.
So at the end of our potion
So that was day 3. All right. Can I just keep doing this? Like, I'm loving this time in his.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
his
as long
closet.
as you have
Okay.
bundles of herbs.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going.
Well, not just any herb, but healing herbs.
Natural
Oh, and your
Oh,
other
look at that.
one.
Look at that. Look at that.
97
I have found-
bundles later.
I have found my calling. Okay, so that was a
And-
free roll, right? That was the
Yep,
free
and second roll of
And
the-
yes. All right.
1 more potion.
So day 4, that was all right. So I got 3. Holy smokes, you guys! We should just go like reckless at this point because I've got potions for all of us now.
Excellent.
Oh,
Last
but
day.
I'm halfling luck, so that is not a natural one.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
I hope you have lots of luck.
All right, so day 4 was not as productive. All right, Dormes needed some Quentin needed some actual help. I had to hold somebody's leg straight as he cut it off. I don't know, something. So day 5, last day of rolls.
That was day 5.
that was.
day 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sorry. Goodbye.
He did
Goodbye,
give
Quentin.
birth
No
one
problem.
day,
It was 36.
so-
I was looking at your character sheet, so. Haha.
Okie dokie. Thank you. All right. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you.
So you're fresh off potions. Dormes did some money healing people. Did you get your Gilded Skull from Pentador? Because he would have been done. Frankenstein, you had the amulet that was delivered. Is Dormes?
Yeah.
Quentin?
I grabbed my gift. It's the necklace that keeps on giving.
And yeah, I guess downtime is done for everybody.
Yes.
What next for the party?
I need to get my notes up. I completely forgot about it.
Caleb, there is a reward we got. Nogang gave us both of the magical books for what was done for our companions, the information we brought back to them. One was a book that Quentin has taken, but the other one is a book that either I or you can use. And I will say, though it is useful to me, I already have magical boots, and I just bought some magical armor. So, it is the Witherbloom. I cannot speak.
Witherbloom Primer.
Primer. Thank
If
you.
you go into Partalude, you'll find it there, so you can see what it does.
It is the Withered Broom. Ultimate.
The Withered Groom Primer.
The withered groom. Oh, that's what it
I
was.
think I'm better than Witherbloom.
Oh, so this is
Broom.
from Strixhaven's Winterbloom College. Okay.
Let's call it Arcanix Witherbloom College.
Arcanix. Oh, okay. Of course.
So, very useful things on it. So, take a look at it, and you have the first crack at it.
Well, thank you. I will make it as useful as I can. Thank you.
Perfect.
Do I need
then,
to add this to my inventory, DM?
I'm gonna drag it.
Thank you.
Can you drag it yourself on your character sheet?
Just drag from the party loot onto my sheet. Looks like I did. Maybe? Yes, I did it. I got it.
Yeah, you did. Alright, so I'm gonna remove it from the party loot.
Thank you.
We were thinking that maybe you could use it to summon a little friend for Mara or something. I don't know. Get the summon familiar spell. I think that's in there.
It's or a shield if you are pressed.
Or a shield. Yeah.
I'll have to read it. It seems as though you have already perused this tome.
I couldn't make out a lot of it, but I think you have to make a special bond with it to use it.
Yes, and you do not have to keep using the same spell we've discovered. You can choose a new one each day, I think.
Yeah.
After each
Instruction
level.
page, just flip the page. Yeah, just on the back there.
So it is very useful, very versatile.
I wish I had a table of contents, though. You could spend hours reading that thing.
I know, but I think I would learn too much about what wizards do and druids, and that would be confusing.
I have selected equipped DM. Is that sufficient to attuning? Oh, I have to click attuned. I'm gonna
Yes.
attune to the book. All right. Thank you. By the way, are we all together now?
Yes.
I hope you all had a
Quick
good.
count, looking around.
I hope you
Yeah.
all had a good week. Please tell me, what were you up to? And I'm going to hand a potion of healing to Tinkenstein. And my cat, who's noisy.
Wow.
Cute.
So I'll give one to Tinkenstein. I will hand one to Het. And
Oh.
I will hand one to Mist. And I will hand one to Quentin.
Thank you.
Me
Oh, wow.
and Sarah are almost done training. She will be more useful in melee soon.
I need to. You all have been giving me so many things along the way. What? I need to give something back. What does everybody want? I'll keep a lookout. I can make a list. But I want to give you something in return. Does anybody?
Nothing I need currently. Also, DM, for some reason, I once again cannot adjust quantities of items. I have 2 healing potions, but I can't change that to that, so...
Oh no.
I'm gonna do it, so you should have to now.
If you could
There you
find
go,
me a
thank
set
you.
of mummified eyeballs. No, I'm kidding. I don't
Um,
need that, I'm kidding.
There's nothing
Oh.
I truly need.
I was like, I have a newt eye, and I kind of pull my component pouch. I'm like, nope, that's not.
No, I'm good. Nothing I need. I would just say if you see something interesting, let us know.
Okay, yeah. There was something we were gonna go and see druids. Like there was something in the western woods, and we were gonna go see the druids, and then there was something past that. What was that? River woods?
Yes, there's all sorts of things happening. Nogank was very... What were the words she used? She said a word when we mentioned the Darrow turning into those creatures, and I can't remember what she said.
Zoriat.
Yes, that is what she said. And so she was going to consult with the trees or something, and then was going to contact us. So
It's been 5 days. Hey, maybe
perhaps
you
we should
guys
look in on them.
we have those stones. Someone dial her up.
Well, we could, but why when she's literally right outside town? I mean, why waste the magic of something?
Well, she was going.
She left.
Did she leave?
Yeah,
I thought she left. She went through a tree.
Oh, well, we
She
can
did.
still go to her camp. She may be back, and then if she's not there, we can contact her.
She did mention she was going to Greenheart and consulting with the old pine, the ancient pine, Oalian. But that was 5 days ago, and she did use travel through plants, and she's probably back.
Guys, I have never stopped thinking about what that bullywug told us. And there's some kind of, elven tree spirit that wanted to kill us.
Yeah, we should probably figure that out too.
Yes, elven tree spirit?
How
But
is
how? I guess we could talk to druids about that.
Exactly, that's why I brought it up.
Oh, you're so smart. I haven't even made that connection in the slightest. Oh,
no gang
answer your
going-
question, Caleb. I had been introspecting. Mist had been doing tumbling and flipping. I don't know what the other two were up to.
I did some hunting, which paid for my tumbling and flipping.
What were you
that
up
was
to,
it.
Tankenstein?
Well, me and Sarah worked on some training. Soon she'll be able to use my training in battle. I wasn't able to complete it. I'm almost done though.
That
Oh,
looks
I
It'll
also
be magnificent.
Is that still that web horn thing that you were putting together?
Yes. She'll be able to. They won't be able to move once she uses her goo on them.
Do you have to recharge that every time she uses it? Because this is taking, I don't, no offense, this is just it's a long time.
Yes. I don't know. It has 3 charges, so I guess I use it sparingly.
Okay.
The first downtime activity also included finding the mechanisms or how to charge and do that. So later she's gonna just produce ammunition. It's gonna be a little bit faster.
I also spent a great deal of coin for armor, but this makes me happy because the gold was extremely heavy to carry, and I like to be light. So it was well worth it. Yes, it was very heavy. Gold is heavy. I would rather carry stones that are worth coin than that much coin. That is too much. That's just too much. I don't think I'm going to do that again.
You
Do I
know,
have-
they have this special light material called electro that's supposed to be like money. You should try that.
I will be honest. I prefer stones, and Miss reaches up and touches the stone beads around Miss' neck. I prefer things like this. They are prettier and more interesting to me.
And I think
Oh.
a bunch of the townspeople were healthier. Quentin, was that your doing? You were healing people or something during the day?
Yes, I've been working as a plague doctor, in fact. Well, as you can see by my outfit, that is what I'm qualified for. In fact, what was his name? Alfred?
The butler.
Yes, I saw him. It turned out he had an issue with his leg. He's now able to walk way better now.
And
Oh,
he said
shoot.
Yes, he said something about an arrow in the knee or something. I don't remember.
That's... Oh, man. Now I have to go and see him again. He's probably changed his entire outlook on life. I won't be able to impersonate him. He used to be so grouchy. Is he still grouchy? Is he still grumpy, Dormaze? I mean, Quentin, after you saw him?
I don't know who Dormaze is, but he seemed to be in a relatively good mood.
I'm losing
he
my
seemed
mind.
okay.
Oh, crap. All right. Well, more work for me, I guess. Just let me know when you heal people that we've interacted with. I need to know these things.
Well, most of it was just civilians who have, of course, come across their own injuries, like a broken wrist or just an infection. You know, the general kind of thing you'd want fixed.
Anything for Mariko?
Not yet, but if he ever does need my help, I'll help him out.
He's very young, Mariko, is he not?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if he develops something, I would be surprised. Maybe fighting if it comes here, but he is very healthy.
And handsome.
Hmm.
So are you saying you'd like to go to Greenheart, or would you simply like to speak to her via the stone?
Well, We don't know where Greenheart is, and we are not druids, so perhaps they would not like us trespassing on a sacred space. I think going to seek out Nogank at the camp where they were at would be the best.
Anyone feels
Mardi.
like their background would enable them to know a little bit about the Elden Reach? Like, you don't need to be an expert, like, basic knowledge would do it.
Okay, I think I misunderstood the situation here. I assumed that this, the map of Corvair was literally a map in our possession that we could look at. Is that not the case?
No, you have to buy those kind of things. Yeah.
Okay. I assumed that we were already given one. My bad.
No,
I misunderstood.
You would know that the Green Heart is in the middle of the Towering Woods and is west of where you are, and maybe you would know other stuff. I'm just asking, like, if anyone would know a little bit about the Elden Reaches from their background, or maybe you spent some time in Passage just trying to find more info.
Not here, no. I can't say. I can't justify that.
I would know about the Shadow Marches.
That you would.
Yeah, Miss would have asked around the immediate area where they were going to. I'm not sure if that's going to cover the whole of the reaches.
Tankenstein's gonna reach into his bag and start pulling out the maps he has from the bandit.
Those are already in the party loot, or should be.
Yeah, and those were more local maps. Like, basically, Moss Mental, Walspa, Havel Glen, Varna. Probably like 100 miles radius around Holtsedge or the River Woods. So basically, if I'm gonna draw something, that's not drawing. That's what's approximately what is in the map that the bandits have.
Pet snaps her fingers and blurts, "Dragon!" Oh, sorry. I remembered what it was further to the west.
Belakir raises their head briefly and cocks it to the side.
I don't want to fight anything that resembles the dragon at the moment. I'm sure it's interesting, but I really don't.
Dragons are fiercely intelligent. It's not like we'd have to fight it. We just reason with it, right?
Oh, really? Really? No.
I don't know. Have you ever talked to a dragon before?
I have not spoken to a dragon, but I have spoken to creatures that speak the Gritonic cunning? I don't know.
No, tongue is.
I cannot speak
Except those two.
I need this coffee that they speak of.
Belakir brushes their shoulder up against you, Mist, and gives you a little.
I like this. He is a dragon.
No, it's a cat with scales.
Yeah, maybe the other dragon is more like Belakir.
Possibly.
What was it with the dragon, by the way? It was terrorizing the land?
I don't think we know. I think it was just these are things that are reported that they are concerned about, but I don't know what we learned about it. I don't think we learned anything.
It says hunt dragon. Bounties and bears.
So, and the other thing is, too, there are a number of creatures that fly that look like dragons but are not dragons. Dragon imposters. So,
I was just thinking it bore a little bit of looking into, but if you don't want to right now, that's okay.
well, I would like to look into it, but I'm also curious about these mysteries in the river woods. Those are things immediately around the town that I know the leader has expressed concerns about. So perhaps we can get information on all these things and decide then what we wish to do.
The Riverwoods, as well as those Bollywogs, I totally agree with Quentin. We should figure out what was happening with them.
To Nogank.
No gank. And this scratches Belakir under the chin. You're very, very clever.
Alright. So you guys are headed to the Warden's Grove. There you see a little bit more druids than usual and rangers. Normally there's like 3 or 4 in the grove plus Nogank. This time it's like 7 or 8 of them. And Nogank is talking with all of them, and she kind of motions you to wait on the side until she's done. And she doesn't talk loud enough so you guys hear anything, but once she's done, there's 4 of them that they leave the place and they go west. And then she walks to you and she says, "Friends of the Warden, here you are again. Please follow me. We'll talk where it's more quiet." And she brings you back to her hut once again.
All right.
And then she...
No gang.
Say what?
How have you been, No Gang?
I've learned a little more into the shards that you've given me, but not nearly enough. Aurelian will look into the matter. But for now, just have to wait and take care of everything that's going wrong in this region. We did find out, though, that the magic in the shard is not from the realm of madness, Xoriat as I called it. It's divine. It's a mix of divine and arcane magic that is foreign to Eberron. And this magic is, let's say, it's influenceable. It's able to absorb native magic from this world almost as easily as some dragon shards do. I am not sure what that means exactly or how powerful that could be, how much of it could absorb, but I believe that's what happened in the north. The shard simply absorbed magics from Kyber, the dragon below, and transformed the land until you basically, well, I wouldn't say destroy it, or maybe you just changed it, awakened it. I can't say. That's about all that I know at this point.
Wow, that is very... At least makes me a little more certain in my mind that this is not something inherently evil. That was what we were most concerned about, inherently corrupting. So that is...
I can't say at this time, but the gatekeepers, the druids from Greenheart, they're keeping a close eye on it and any report and any shards that are being found. And basically I would ask of you, my friends, if you ever find something different, please let me know. This way we can pool our knowledge and our know-how together and maybe uncover the mysteries of these shards, pointing at like one of your shards that is showing.
There are some things that you said you were having to deal with. We have heard some of these things, but not any details. What is of most concern to you at the moment?
The wardens are stretched thin, and reports of beasts going mad, monsters appearing, and apparitions being everywhere around us, around Musmental, around Wolf's Paw, and the other settlements of the reaches. I mean, for now, I've forbidden the wardens to go into the river woods, because, well, as long as we don't go there, they don't come out. Since, well, still that doesn't mean that we shouldn't take care of these matter, but they are not my priority right now. I'm more worried about the reports of giants near Musmental and what they call dragons, what the peasants call dragons in the marshes on the eastern border of the Towering Woods. God damn, my throat is killing me tonight.
In the marshes? Interesting.
What they call dragons are not dragons. In fact, they are... we call them Tessel Hides. They are like creatures with multiple heads. And if you cut them, they sometimes regrow.
That's horrifying.
At least they're not dragons.
Are they comparable in size? Do they fly?
Oh, no, they don't. Well, we're not sure they are Tessel Hides, but are the Ashbound Druids who live nearby, one of the sects of the Ashbound who live nearby, they were attacked by one of these creatures, and they said they didn't fly, and they spewed poison. And they were like multi-headed. They called them Tessel Hides.
Poison. This is concerning. Wow.
In fact, the marshes around the lair of the creatures, they've become poison themselves. So we fear there's more than just the beasts afoot in this part of the marches.
I have
That sounds kind of important. Honestly, I feel like we should deal with that sooner rather than later. Even though it sounds incredibly dangerous.
Nogank is gonna get up and she's gonna go to a chest at the end of their hut. She's gonna open it and she gets out a scroll case, and on the table she lays a map of the Eldin Reaches, and she basically says, we've got reports of like giants who cannot be harmed. When you harm them, their wounds close almost as fast as you make them. That's east of Musmental, and we've heard that the marches that have been infested with those multi-headed lizards, they're west of Walspa, just on the fringe of the towering woods.
The giants are only a day's travel from here?
What did you say?
The giants are only like a day's travel from here, from Holtsedge.
It's about 60 miles, so more like a day and a half, 2 days.
Okay.
But the map is up to, it's to scale.
What a
and
relief.
what is happening in the Riverwoods? How close is that to here?
It's about like 1 day's travel to get to the edge of the forest.
All right. So,
A little bit less.
all we've heard there is there's strange things happening in the Riverwoods, but not what is happening. Just strange beasts and monsters, and that's all. What sort of beasts and monsters have been seen?
Oh, wait. I do have a handout with when we did the lower dump. It was like a few sessions ago, so just give me a second.
Sure.
I have a question for all of you, now that we are talking about this. Poison. There are magical means to protect against poison. I, for instance, if was going to take Bellic here into a place of this sort, would change their elemental being, so that poison would perhaps not be impending. Do any of you have a way to protect us from poison?
Mardi,
Yes.
Would I be able to, like, create an antitoxin or anything like that, using alchemy and maybe my medical supplies?
Herbalism kit.
If you had access to the poison in the first place, because you don't know which poison it is, you would have to study it.
I've got the ability to use a herbalism kit. I just don't have a herbalism kit. I guess I should have bought one.
I have one. I've been using it in your closet for the past week.
I have a spell that protects against poison. It does not make you immune, but if someone is poisoned, it will remove that from them, and also it will make them more resistant. However, I can only do it twice a day. And that will be all of my, the highest of the spells I can cast.
So,
I am resistant to poison, and
Wow.
Sarah is immune to poison.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that right, girl?
My undead will also be immune to poison.
Oh, you're undead. Oh, Quentin, you've been doing so much for the past week. I feel like we've been farther than 6 feet away from each other this whole time.
Alright.
Well, it's because you hid in the closet. You gotta get out of the closet.
Thank you. I'll take those words as wisdom. Thank you, Tinkenstein.
Come out of the closet and into Quentin's bedroom.
Will do.
What?
No. It's because
No.
the surgery was happening. Look, listen. Let me explain the joke before this all falls down upon me.
Oh, too
I
late.
think it's too late.
It's too late. You said it is now free in the world. It is
So-
roaming around, lurking on the roadsides, ready to pull into the forest all the
And
unwary
all of
travelers.
this is being recorded.
The boat
Yes.
has been untied. It is floating downriver.
So if I can get that book that Caleb's using, then I'm sure somewhere in there would be something about poison and poison resistance, and then I could twin cast it.
You
I
are
need to think
welcome.
myself.
You are welcome to take the Witherbloom book. I thought that it was limited to first level spells,
I
but you will probably be
I
able
have
to get
no
more
idea.
from this than I.
It is only the lower circle of spells.
Well, I mean, you're familiar, Mist. Is the poison thing a lower, an easy enough spell for me to learn from this book?
No, I don't think so. Let me double check. Let's
Protection
see.
from poison is something that I believe Mist over Snow and I would be able to cast, but this is a very powerful spell, a second level
It's the most-
abjuration.
That's
the most powerful.
that's the druid book, right?
Druid and wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, detect poison and is the only poison
Oh,
for first level spell.
okay, never mind. Wouldn't help. Yeah, I'll stay in the back.
I could detect poison.
And about what's happening in the river woods, before I forget to read and close my note, what Mariko said, that Nogang said, and what she repeats now is she talks of a dark presence stirring from the depths of the river woods, and hunters lately began reporting grisly finds like humanoid body parts hanging from branches, trees painted in blood, headless corpses left to rot in weird patterns or sculpture. And she advised that the hunters stay away from the woods or at most go to the fringes. And all others, even the wardens, to just steer clear of the place until they can, until more wardens are back or somebody else take care of it.
And where
Why
is
does anyone want to live here?
and where is the Riverwood in a relation from Holtsedge? Is it? Oh, it's to
It's the closest.
east. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it. We briefly skirted the edge of this wood, didn't we?
We went right through it.
Oh, okay.
That was where camp was.
That's when you got ambushed by the bullywogs. You were like about there at the edge of the woods.
The woods are where the town is going to be getting most of their game. I've stayed to the outskirts as well. But if that corruption spreads, that would definitely imperil the town. It won't be able to feed itself for very long just on what it has on supply.
Sounds like the poison lizards with the heads are a little bit less of a priority. The giants are close, but I mean, this Riverwoods thing, that seems like priority number one to me.
I agree.
Also, I will point out if bodies are being left everywhere, that may be something, and it may be something of a necromantic nature, which means that Quinton will be a huge boon to us there.
Or it's leaving bait like a trap.
Possibly. But we are hunters. Yes, we are hunters.
Oh god, I hope it's not necromantic.
Well,
I don't want it to be necromancers.
It's okay, Tankenstein, usually, from my experience, necromancers don't leave bodies behind because they're useful.
Oh, thank you.
But if
I
they are
was so
leading,
scared.
Yeah, it's much better like this.
and if they are doing this, well, then we'll deal with them. But it could be something else entirely. It could just be some horrible cult, or just somebody that woke up and did not have their coffee in the morning. I don't know.
Wait, so where are we going? Are we going to deal with the giants first? Which
I think
the
we're going to
river.
Riverweed.
I think we're voting on it
Yeah.
right now, Quentin.
Yes.
What would you prefer to do?
Yeah.
well, personally, I would rather make sure that that water is not toxic for particularly long, because that can cause issues the longer it takes place. Which I believe is being caused by the, what do they call them? Fossil hydrants? Fossil hides?
Vessel hide, yeah.
So there is one vote already for the west in the False Dragons. What else? We have the Riverwoods, and then we have the Giants. I am saying I would like to do the Riverwoods.
I agree. It's very close to town, so whatever's plaguing it could take over Holtsedge while we're gone dealing with something else. We should take care of our housing first.
I'd like to change my answer.
You want to do three? All right.
You
Heads.
make very good points.
I hear Fair is really nice this time. Can we go there? I'm joking. Let's go to the Riverwoods.
Caleb?
I also forgot to do something. So in the morning, I'm going to pretend you're doing this over breakfast at the house hooch. And you're about to finish breakfast when Pentador enters the place. And he's like, "Oh, my friends, I'm so glad I could find you before you left. Because, well, I keep hearing rumors of giants in the north and weird creatures, beasts in the west. I'd be interested." I mean, from what I gathered of these rumors, the giants in the north, they're trolls. And I could do many things, marvelous things with their hearts if you were ever to bring them to me.
That's really neat, Pentador. We're actually talking right now. Could you come back in 5 minutes? Joking. DM, would I know anything about trolls? Like, I know as a player, but as a character, do I know, like, does trolls spring any weaknesses or strengths to mind? Or any kind of thing?
Well, I'm going to give you either nature or history to see if you would have heard about those or not.
Cool. Both of those are pretty rough for me, so let's see.
Could I argue?
Oof.
Oh, never mind.
That's
Okay,
a 26.
fine.
That's
Oh,
going to
wow.
be...
Of course, a wild child.
So you would know that trolls, they're like, they are considered giant. They're taller than a lot of people. And there's like a reason, like their biology allows them to regenerate very fast. And with this role, you would know that the only things that can stop their regeneration is using fire or acid on them. That kind of damage would temporarily stop them from regenerating.
That's very useful to know. Thank you, Pentador. Now let's go back to our voting. My position has not swayed because if our only goal is to hunt around for body parts without care of the entire region as a whole, then we are in the wrong business and we should just be mercenaries. Nothing else.
I agree. We're protectors first.
So,
Agreed.
Caleb, what do you say?
I'm with you, fellas.
What does fella mean?
Compatriots, I agree. We should take care of what is closest to home, if we are calling this home. Some people are calling it home. We should take care of the most immediate needs first.
So it sounds like you noticed. The other thing I'm thinking too, I would, because Quentin is right, the marshes are going to be pressing, but we are not prepared for the poison. However, if we gather bundles of herbs while we're about in the woods on this other business, then we can use those to make things that will protect us against the poison and not have to rely on just you and I for spells that are very limited. This gives us more time to prepare. So
I agree.
yeah, right.
Okay. We should actually check in as well and ask about those bullywogs. DM, is that something that we could have asked? Because I planned to ask Nogank about the bullywog, but it just went by so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She would basically tell you they are generally reclusive creatures that live in marches, and they are very territorial, but they usually don't go out of their marches. So you reporting that you've been attacked, well, the rumors they've been heard, that was like unusual.
I was specifically going to ask for like the elven figure that came out of the tree and like dominated them into submitting and attacking us by a plan, and knew in advance where we were coming from. Like if she'd heard anything about some sort of elven druid wandering around causing chaos.
Well, there are elven nomadic tribes all over the Eldeen reaches. Some of them, they live like the shifters do. They move away all over the place, and they listen to no master. They are citizens of the Eldeen reaches, but they're not part of society per se. Maybe there's somebody in there that would have turned the bullywogs against you guys, but as far as I know, the elven tribes that live in the reaches, they would be more likely to destroy the bullywogs than they would be to alive and control them.
DM, I'd like to get insight on that. If I
Go for
could.
it. I mean, there's always exiles. There's always
No. Yeah, sounds totally reasonable.
I'd also
Nice.
just follow up with do you know of any specific groups of these druids that might want Holtsedge to not succeed?
and you can see on her face like she's hesitant to speak at this point, and she like nods. Some of the more extreme sects of druids of the Eldeen reaches, like the Ashbound, they are anathema to anything that is civilized, but they generally don't ally themselves with evil creatures.
Who are the ones that investigated the Thessal Heights?
It's the Ashbound who live nearby.
Okay. Well, maybe we do a favor for them and they might have a lead for us. Later, of course.
That they could, if you're able to find them.
Well, I'm hoping when we return that you can perhaps put out some feelers for us for that. I think it would be wise to approach them if they are being inconvenienced or attacked by these creatures. It may be something that helps us in the long run.
I personally suspect it's a cult of the Dragon Beetle, because sadly those also are all over the place in the Eldeen reaches. Their traditions, they are as old as the druidic traditions we have in these places.
Sorry, what did you say about the dragons? Sorry?
Cult of the Dragon? Something.
Below.
Cult of the Dragon below. They are the ones I suspect are acting in the Riverwoods.
We're talking about Kyber now.
We are, and she almost spits the word Kyber.
I'm curious
Is that-
myself about this.
Cult of is that separate from the Dark Presence, or is it possible that they're involved in that?
What do you mean, dark presence?
In the Riverwoods?
I'm afraid I don't know the exact nature of this dark presence in the Riverwood, but as I said, it seems to kill most humanoids that go in there. Some of our hunters, the wardens, have been killed in there. So reports are scant and mostly about the findings, more than like finding the grisly tributes or sculptures, or I don't know how to call those, that they leave behind, more than seeing them in the act.
Well, this is something I may be of use here for. Those sort of things are covered among my studies, so maybe I will see something, or others here in the group will see that strikes a chord with them, and we may get you better information and put a stop to it. But we probably should be on our way to do that.
You say you've seen cults of the Dragon Beetle operate in the past? You faced them?
I have not faced them, but I have studied all sorts of followers of all sorts of faith. That's what you do when you're an anthropologist.
Interesting. And they generally just mutilate corpses and leave weird sculptures, or...
There's a number of beings that do that. Until I see what that is, I couldn't begin to tell you.
She nods. If you find anything more, I'd be interested to know, especially if it's a cult of the Dragon Beetle. You can see she has trouble just saying the words Kyber and Dragon Beetle and Xoriat, just like that, like, ugh. Just creep her out.
Yeah, there's not just one cult either. There are a number of them. It is they don't all follow the same thing. So every cult within them you find might be different. So
the gatekeepers, especially those in Greenheart, would be more knowledgeable in those matters than I am. But I still encountered a couple of them, and yes, each tribe or each family even might have different beliefs to explain their madness.
Well, we probably should get going then. Gather some supplies and head into the way. Do we need to stop to speak to anyone else on the way out of town?
So? there anything that we shouldn't kill on our way into the Riverwoods, or do we just go in and blaze a trail straight to the Heart of Darkness and cut it out? Sorry, that was dark.
Oh goodness, you're so so ready to face battle now, Pet.
I'm
This
just
is very-
confused because we go into places that are obviously dangerous. We have no set goals, and we have no idea what we're getting into. And then we just go and indiscriminately kill something, and it solves the problem. Are we doing that again? Is that the plan?
The plan, I would think, is to go in and find out what's going on and bring out some intelligence. I would prefer not to just go running around murdering things just because they are there. If it's dangerous and trying to kill us, or is killing things that are obviously not good things to be killing, is when I would like to intercede. But that is the way I do things.
Sure. Why not? Okay, let's do this.
What? I can tell you are uneasy. What would ease your mind on this point?
Other people not dying in the place we're just trying to get into?
Yes, I understand this quite well.
It's just
This is
conflict as well as
No,
other
I know.
things.
I know. I would
there's
love...
a random villager that heard what you said. They're like, if you like, the town of Cree is pretty nice this time of year, I hear.
Yeah. Thanks.
When we're perhaps when we are done with this, we can seek out a library and go read there for a time, and perhaps go on a nice sailing cruise. I don't know. I'm being serious. If we must.
Thanks for that. But no, let's do this. Maybe once we get out of town, someone else will be more equipped to deal with it than I am, and I just give Mist a slow wink.
You have many capable faces there, but
Yeah,
this one is also capable.
We don't
so
talk about you.
Is where we're going where they have a lot of poison that we need to prepare for?
no,
Oh, that's the other way. Opposite.
that would be the dragon in the west.
We need
Yes,
to do the
I-
poison.
I
Yes,
just
we need to promote that one.
realized. I just realized. I was thinking, and I think I have access to protection from poison. I just have to
I would still.
do my spell list.
I would say that I do not want to change my vote at this time. After all of this,
Oh no, I was just thinking while everybody was talking. And
I don't want to
I was
discuss
like,
this all over again.
I
We still need to
have-
prepare. We still need to prepare. Again, that will take all of our most powerful spells to do that. And
Well, I mean, if Tankenstein is completely immune to these creatures, maybe they just go off on their own and deal with that, and we'll go into Riverwood and let's
we'll
go.
see you in a week. We'll see you in a
Let's
week. Tankenstein.
leave.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, no. I think safety in numbers is a better bet.
Oh, how that is very wise of you.
It's
I
okay.
can play on
It's
Thursdays
okay.
for a solo game, just kidding.
Let us escape this town and go on our way, shall we?
Yes, please.
To the Riverwood.
Ta-da.
If we
Alright.
dance in the Riverwood, does it become a river dance?
I hope
No.
so.
You've got such philosophical questions.
Um,
So, you guys leave Holtsedge unless you have anything else you want to do.
Nope, I want to escape town before we get sucked into a conversation.
I was trying to interrupt you just in case.
If you
Nope,
trip on a branch, it becomes a river.
nope, we voted and we will not be swayed. Let's go on our way.
Alright, somebody who's gonna be... Yeah, me.
Ooh.
Roll me 2d12. Whoops, that's 2d20. Just checking on the weather. So it's a good sunny day, a little bit windy on the first day of your travel. Once again, there's about half a day's travel to be done on the plains, and then you reach the edge of the river woods.
Eh.
Do you guys enter? What's your walking order? And yeah,
I would
anything
like to
special
go.
you want to do?
Did this take a day and a half or just a half a day?
Half a day.
Okay.
I would like to take a look along the edge of the woods and see what sort of traffic there's been going out in and out of it, and what that traffic might be.
Give me a survival check.
What? It's like I'm doing Ranger things.
I will see Mist doing this and lean down on the ground and
What in the hell? I'm throwing these dice
for
out.
signs of shadow and dark presences.
Are there big trees nearby?
Wait. So, Core, Het, how
Yeah,
would
Het
you
has
go
no
about...
idea what she's doing. She's just copying Mist. She's really not being effective in the slightest.
Okay.
Core is head or core is mirroring this. Is what's happening.
So, yeah, she's walking
Yeah, it's
behind
fine.
and she's thinking and looking like slyly at the woods. Then nothing comes out of it. Survival-wise, you just find the usual, like game
Nothing.
paths and signs of nature, flora and fauna. You hear birds singing and sometimes the rustling of a small animal in the undergrowth, stuff like that.
Nothing untoward here that I see.
Any,
Just the normal things.
Any talking shrubbery?
Miss listens.
Not yet.
Mountain trees.
No, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again, because how terrifying would that be? He
They
has an
would be
extended
fast.
family.
You found them like around here, so that would be a lot of ground to cover for a shrub.
That's an extended family of shrubbery that speaks to us would be disturbing.
It's a family bush.
And it-
Oh, I'm not commenting on that one. Is
Even when you
I
don't
will-
comment, you do comment, Eva. Even when you don't.
Is
Yeah.
I will-
there
That'd be
some
free.
big, strong, tall trees nearby?
Yeah,
Like
many
family
of those. This is this is a big and ancestral old forest.
I'd like to use my strength or athletics to climb up a tree as high as I can get without the tree falling over on me, and see what I can see from up.
and
All
see
right.
the entire old growth forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like the trees on the edge of the forest, they are younger, so they are smaller than those at the center of the woods, but they might still be able to see something, even though like inside the forest it's a lot gloomier due to the heavy canopy that blocks most of the sunlight, and it's almost eerily quiet in there because like the wind doesn't reach like further than maybe the first mile into first 500 feet into the forest. So yeah, give me an athletics check for the climbing.
That's still 13. So.
You find the biggest tree with the biggest branches that you can find, and you're able to reach about halfway before like the branches start cracking under your heavy weight. And I'm checking your passive perception just for the hell of it.
15.
15, thank you. I have that noted here. I just got to it. And you don't see much. Like you see big squirrels scurrying in nearby trees, and they start like at you, like the weird noise they make.
I would like to actually specifically look for the signs of the cult that were mentioned, like bodies or.
Yeah, not on the edge of the forest. You don't see any of those right now.
Okay.
Unsatisfied with Mist Over Snow's survival attempt, I will take out the Wither Bloom primer, and I'll flip through some pages. I'd like to make a survival check using the primer, using one of its charges.
Go for it.
I was looking at that. It doesn't really help in this situation.
Well, it does
In
give
my
a.
case.
In your case.
Does I give him a D4 to it or something?
Yep, D4.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think
so-
I rolled the d4, but I'm waiting for it. Did it add? No, it didn't. Okay, I'll try that again.
It did not.
There we go. So that is a 24 altogether.
24. You do find more traces that Mist had missed. That's so fun to say.
Miss them.
Like you find the smaller game trails for like I know all the names in French, so foxes and even wolf paws, and those are big wolves, like probably twice as big as what you've seen before. Basically, you just needed to go further into the woods to see those, and mist just remained too much on the periphery, not seeing much. But nothing out of the ordinary. You do find old tracks in that gamepad from a group of hunters. You find something that has been like a shredded piece of cloth that was left by a hunter that was going deeper into the woods, following this game trail.
I found a game trail. Perhaps we should follow the beasts and see what they have found.
I think that is wise. Where did you see this?
Oh, right here.
Yep, that's dirt.
I will tell you, as we're all looking at things that nobody else can be in the party, I will tell you, it is so much different hunting in the forest than it is in the mountains. It is all stone and gravel.
Would you like for me to take the lead?
Yes, and I will back you on this. I'm not, as I said, forest is not my best thing right now.
You're generally pretty stealthy, I suppose. Perhaps, as we get closer to anything, I will use magical means to help mask our approach if I feel danger.
Smart. Do you wish me to be off to one side?
Or perhaps or perhaps in the trees, if you're capable of climbing.
Oh, I can climb very well.
Well, there are plenty of trees.
And I would recommend stealth. Yes, very stealthy. Very stealthy. All of us will be stealthy.
I'll take the lead, DM.
Was that about climbing trees? Do you try to do that, or?
Mist has a climbing speed, so Mist is just going to go up and keep to the trees and shadow them along the trail. And since it's not since it's really not dark yet, just going to be stealth. We're all going to try to move stealthy, is what's happening. So,
are the trees close enough together here to go from one to the other? I'm just trying to create a mental picture here.
Oh yeah, it's a dense forest. It's heavy. It's a mix of conifers and leafy trees, pine trees and leafy trees. I think I'm
deciduous.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Deciduous. I should have remembered that. I think I asked already. There's not a lot of undergrowth because the canopy is high and thick, so it's gloomy in here. And as you guys start stealthily going down the path, first of all, give me a stealth check, and then everyone give me also a perception check. But stealth first.
Okay. DM, just so you know, I'm away from the main trail, probably about 15 feet, and then up about 20.
Is that all of us?
Oh yes. Man.
Yep. It's not dark enough for my Gloomstalker features to click in yet, correct? So I'm gonna leave that.
Dim shadow, is that enough?
Let me double check it.
Dim light instead of dim shadows, the same thing.
Darkish ambusher. Iron Mind. Hold up. It doesn't really say.
Let me check.
Oddly
or just
enough.
Post it, please.
I'm looking. I'm like, there's Dread Ambusher, Umbral Sight. It doesn't really say when your invisibility kicks in. Why is this not here? This is really weird.
Just give me a second. Checking it out right now.
Yeah, it doesn't give lighting conditions for Umbral Sight. You're also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. It doesn't tell you, while in darkness. So no, it's not dark enough.
Yeah, while in darkness.
Yeah,
I was getting there.
Standard stealth check for me then.
Mm-hmm.
But I have advantage because of my boots, so there you go. 17, still pretty good.
So give me the perception now. Caleb did, Cor, Tankenstein. So Quentin and Mist.
Oh, you want perception? Sure.
Yeah.
Standard for me. What is with my rolls tonight? I'm gonna have Quentin's rolls. Which is good. Because somebody needs to take that curse from him. Alright, we're good. So many branches here.
I still roll terribly. It's not only this game. I was trying out the new thing before. I kept rolling the dice. I did not roll over a 5 in like 6 rolls. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty bad perception, especially with what I rolled. So, you guys...
Oh, sorry, I completely forgot about this. I'll do that now.
Oh, somebody got a 16, so that's good.
Sorry.
No problem.
It's terrible anyway.
So, you guys walk stealthily enough, you think, for a good 5 minutes until you come into like a clearer area that has less trees, has a bigger path. It's like a clearing almost. And as you walk, you're in the middle of it. You hear coming from behind somebody that says, with like a lilting voice, "Travelers, stop here. You are trespassing." And I'm gonna activate the map
I was gonna say.
and show you a few things.
I forgot to do Sarah, so I just did her.
Give me your marching order again, please. So it's Caleb first.
Yep.
Missed off to one side.
Missed
Just behind him.
Be in the middle or in last place.
I'll be right after the range, because I was actively trying.
Yeah, Caleb, Tankenstein, Het, and then Quentin.
I'll be
Miss off
behind
to the
Quentin.
side. Okay.
I'll be behind Quentin.
All right.
Sarah's next to me if it's not single file.
What is with this map?
Oh yeah, you're into. I always put you inside the trees, and you're inside the walls and the trees. Sorry about that. Let me know if you
All
have
I
issues.
see is white. I'm on the wrong.
There we go.
Yeah, don't go into.
I should be about there, honestly. Yeah. there we
Some
go.
of you are
Sure.
just still loading. Give it a second. It's not like a big map.
So it's
Okay.
about. I did say about 15 feet off the path, so probably about there is. Whoops. Yeah, probably about there is where I should be. I'm back where I was. Screw it. Okay, just do it all. Okay,
Guys,
there we go.
There's some weirdo behind us.
I'm gonna stop you guys moving around. And where did I put that?
That's fine. I'm trying to see what the weirdo is. How much do I have to zoom in? Thank you. Please.
I'm gonna show
everybody,
you. I'm gonna show you the
put
image.
cursors.
Sorry, give me a moment. Okay, everybody's here.
I see a shield and an axe, but no face.
Give
That's
me.
why I said weirdo.
Come on.
Oh, we have headless horrors.
So this is about like 6 foot tall creature that is clad. They have an axe that is made of a material you've never seen. They've got a full-faced helmet, which doesn't reflect the light like a metal helmet would. They are clad in like a half-plate armor, pauldrons, shin guards. They hold a shield in their left hand, but right now their axe and their shield, they're stowed on their backs. And they just stopped you. They said, "Travelers, stop! You are trespassing on her territory. Do not go further, or else."
Mist says nothing because Mist believes that they're concealed, so not going to give up the position.
Marty, you cut out after you said "or else." Was there anything further?
No, that's what they said, and they're
Okay.
looking at you. Go back where you came from, and don't come here again with your desecrating weapon.
Oh, those are really big words. I must say I am quite ignorant. Could you tell me who her is? Who is this person that we're trespassing on the lands of?
You are worthy of her name. You are defilers. Your ways of life are wrong.
I see.
Insult her.
Well, unfortunately, we can't resolve this legitimate concern without any sort of information. You see, we're from the nearby town, And we're just trying to find out exactly who is in the vicinity and who we're neighbors with. So if we can't find that out, then I'm afraid that we just can't come to a resolution.
You are from this place, desecrating her realm. Go back
We're
there.
out on the plains. This is the forest. Does she claim the whole of, this whole realm?
Civilization holds no sway here. Go back to your followers. Tell them to leave or die.
Okay. And who should we say is telling them to leave?
You are unworthy of our name. Leave now or suffer the consequence. And they start getting their shield and they get their axe out and they get into fighting position.
DM,
there anything I can roll to figure out who exactly she is?
yeah, DM, that was my question. Does this figure have any iconography or any kind of jewelry or designs on their weapons that might be recognizable?
As they're getting closer to you right now, as you're looking at them, you notice that what you thought was a green cloak is in fact a cloak made of leaves of different colors, like fire green of the summer and the yellow leaves of autumn and fall. You see that their shield seems to be growing small branches, small sprouts on its edges, as if it was made of wood. And basically what you see is what you get. If you want me, I can show you the image further, but
Yeah, I see
it's
the
almost
image.
as if they're clad in like wood and nature.
Right, and that's why I was asking for a roll to like. I mean, we have skills to help identify them. Are none of them applicable here, or no?
Well, they don't
I was
have like.
hoping I could use my crystal.
Well, what do
Okay.
you want to roll? Because I would get. Or what is the feature exactly? Because they don't have like anything recognizable, but you might have heard legends about such kind of thing.
Well, if it's nothing related to religion, then probably nothing. Or religion or nature would be maybe applicable, but that's up to you. What would work?
Mardi, could I explain my reasoning why I think this might work? We talked
Yes.
before that the way that this specific shard works, because it is directly linked to Quinton's whole motif, is that I can speak to the souls of recently passed or, been and gone spirits that are now passed away, who died in this particular field. So, if anyone would know, presumably it would be these spirits. So if I could roll anything with that spell, whatever it was called, borrowed knowledge, then maybe it would work. Maybe a spirit knows.
We're gathering what you guys want to know, and I'm just saying what you see without a roll
Gotcha.
first, and then we can, I'm gonna give you rolls to maybe you've heard about stuff like that in the past. I don't know. We're gonna check. Quinton, yes, borrowed knowledge, depending on the skill you use it on, might make sense. It's your call. And you would have I said it's getting ready to fight, but let's give you guys 1 or 2 rounds to do your things and maybe.
Okay, if that doesn't quite work how I wanted it to, instead I'm going to use my Lawhold Primer, and I'm going to attempt religion on this one.
You could talk with souls, but I know what's happening where you don't. If you use it, you're gonna see. If you don't, you're not gonna know. I'm not gonna tell you before you decide to use it.
I'm just gonna use a straight religion roll on mine if that's applicable.
Well, if I use something like nature, I could do history. Yeah, I'm going to do it with history. Let's do this.
All right. So religion for Mist, you might have heard stories. History for Quinton, same thing.
Okay, that's plus my modifier, so that would be 17.
There you go. 19.
I'd like to try nature.
Wait, I just have to pause to look at Quinton's character sheet. You're supposed to have proficiency already. Oh, you don't? Do you? Oh, borrow knowledge.
In history, no. I use borrow knowledge for that.
That's
reason.
why. Okay, thank you. 17, 19. 19 would be the best that you got. You've heard stories. Let me just check the map currently. Stories of a place just outside of the Hoarfrost Mountains in the White Pine Forests. Dwarves often sent expeditions there, and even though the dwarves often retell their stories differently from different clans and stuff like that, you kind of heard one thing that was common in most of their stories. It's that these woods, the White Pine Forest near the Hoarfrost Mountains, they are protected by a kind of entity that is from another plane of existence, which I'm looking for the name right now. The Twilight Forest. And in the Twilight Forest, there's plenty of tales of such guardians who despise anyone encroaching on their territories. But with 19, that's pretty much all I will get you. Like, they're creatures from another realm of existence that made some forests, some primeval places of Eberron and Corvair, like their home, especially recently. There sometimes are manifest zones from this plane, the Twilight Forest, that...
What about with two more, with my Lawhold Primer?
Well, I'm answering for the 19, so 16 is not going to help much. Sorry.
Oh, so my...
So this fits...
No, that would also be 19. Also, I thought it would be different because... Never mind.
You've heard the same kind of stories, by the way. That's what I'm going to say with 19, another 19. Well, for you, Quentin, this creature, what it looks like, fits a description of something that you've read about in a book when you were a kid. There are few rare times where your books were not about anatomy. You've read such stories of guardians of the forest who don't like travelers, something like that. And their armors and weapons would be made of wood instead of metal.
I'm just gonna, as the creature begins advancing forward, I'm just gonna put a hand out and just say, it's all right, put a hand behind me to Quentin and such, and just say, it's okay, we're all friends here. And I'm gonna look back, and I'm casting the cantrip Friends. It's up to your discretion as to whether that creature is already hostile to us or not, and if they're hostile, it doesn't work.
I'm gonna say, first of all, they don't notice that you're casting. They're like very warily watching every one of you, so you find a moment and they don't hear you whispering the spell. And yeah, they're in a fighting position and they just growl like, leave right now or face me.
Well, unfortunately, you're kind of in our way back. You came out behind us, and we have to go right back through that way to get out.
And they just move and keep watching you.
I rolled my nature check. Did that give any more information for me?
This is not really related to nature, but you've also heard guardians of nature can appear.
Yeah, I'm looking for more guardian nature. That's what I was trying to find.
I think we've milked that. I think we've milked that for all it's worth. Take your time.
Plus some. I'm just gonna, as I go past a little bit, I'm just gonna skirt warily and just wave everybody else forward with me. As we're leaving, the reason we're here, I'm just gonna tell you. You can tell her. This is because we've heard of some sort of evil presence or something desecrating the woods, and we came to see if we could help and remove it. So I don't know what sort of desecration you've heard about, but we're here to help you stop it. I don't know if you're interested in that.
You can see them kind of startle a little bit. They look at you sharply. What kind of evil presence are you talking about?
Well, and I stop in my tracks and turn to face and just say, we were told by those who are connected to nature that there was some sort of a dark presence stirring in the heart of the woods and hurting people and spreading across the land, and we just wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
Hurting people, not beasts, or I would have known.
Well, you're people as well, aren't you?
They completely don't answer your question, and they probably insisted on staying in these woods after being warned. I would kill you, dismember you for the next to pass through here if you want to stay.
Okay, well, let me just tell my people I'm gonna raise my voice and just say, hey, everybody, we have a ground zero right over here. This is dismembering and killing. So that's great. We found something. What do you all think about that?
And at this point, the creature, they whistle from inside their helmet, and they snarl, and they prepare to charge towards you.
Fantastic.
I guess we're rolling initiative then.
Well, if they're
They
only
kinda heard
preparing,
I love that.
if they're only preparing to charge, I'd like to go in.
When I say you roll initiative, you stop moving. Next time, I'm gonna pause the game.
Oh, you didn't say roll initiative. You said they were preparing.
Yeah,
to
he
charge.
did.
I said the combat was starting. Like I didn't say roll initiative, but I started adding combatants.
Oh,
So-
sorry, I didn't see it.
Because if it would have started combat, I was looking at you guys walking towards them, closer and closer.
Oh, come on. I've been rolling so bad today.
Marty, for some reason my initiative is plus 16, and while that's awesome, I shouldn't be able to do that. It should be plus 11.
Okay, I think we had figured it out last time.
You got
Yeah,
you
but
got
now
your
it
wish.
says plus 16 to my initiative, and that's great, but, you know.
You got
I
your
don't
wish
even
anyway,
see
take
you.
it.
I mean, at some point, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's just.
No, but the thing is, I don't even see mist on the initiative track.
No, I don't.
I haven't rolled anything yet, but my initiative should not be.
Okay.
It's plus 16 on the roll, and it should be plus 11. I would have to be a 20th level character with a severely crazy build to get that high.
Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. I think it's the passive from alert.
No, because it's my dex modifier, right? And then I add my wisdom bonus, and then I add plus 5. So, yeah.
I'm gonna do that on the shield instead. Toggle effect. That doesn't work. Hunter's mark, that's not blessed either.
What's happening? I don't even know.
I don't.
Why do I have like this little shocked icon on my character?
Because you're shocked. Everything is surprising you.
What is
Okay,
this?
I know what it is from.
Oh, I just realized I don't have Mage Armor active. Fuck.
If you go at the bottom of the sheet in the attributes tab, mist.
Mhm.
After your proficiencies, there's a small button, special traits. So
Sure.
what it does is you have the effect for alert in the passive effects, which is like something different, and you also have it in the special traits. So I'm gonna remove the alert feed. I'm gonna update special traits, and that's still a plus 16. Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, it should be. If you can just manually change it to plus 11, we can look at it afterwards. Because we had to do that before last week. I'm not sure why it reverted. So I can at least roll initiative and we can move on. Now it's plus 18. What the hell is happening?
It increments every time I say
Wow.
plus 2. Oh,
Now it's plus 20. What in the hell?
I'm having trouble.
There you
with
go.
this.
Perfect.
because in the field it shows plus 2 as if I need to input the plus. So every time I was doing plus 2, it actually just increased. So I just have to put 2 and the plus is just added magically. Fuck. I'm gonna report that as a bug to the guy.
Okay. Well, I rolled and nothing happened, so I'm not sure if.
No, that's me
pausing
clear
the game.
initiative because I pressed any trying to edit it, so I rolled for you instead. So you can go ahead now. Roll for
Oh,
real.
here.
It's still my first time GMing a campaign in Foundry, so
Tank and Style
Uh.
wins initiative.
Mardi, I'm having a problem.
What is it?
I'm trying to remove the mage armor from my armor class, but every time I try, it just sets it back to 15 again.
Yeah, because it's like a dynamic effect. So you go into the effects tab, and there's a passive effect that you had enabled for the mage armor. You just toggle it. It's gonna go back to inactive, and now your armor class is 2. Now it took like.
For some reason, it thinks that. My equipped armor is only dexterity. It didn't put the 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
What should I set it to? Natural armor, flat?
I'm taking care of it. I'm gonna do custom formula, I think. Equipped armor. Why isn't it taking like...
Do you know what your armor should be?
It's okay.
Quentin?
It's because like there's an attribute that doesn't work when it's like equipped armor, but it works like the base AC is 10 when I do a custom formula. Now I would just want to test this. And should it be 617 or 15 when you have mage armor?
15.
Okay,
it's
so with the custom...
Dex, so.
Okay, so yeah, with the custom formula, it's gonna work. So equipped armor kind of sucks. Because you had no armor, so there's a bug, another bug. Fuck, I'm gonna take notes actually.
Well, equipped armor is cloth, isn't it? Doesn't that count as...
Yeah, I think in the engine it doesn't.
Because, I mean, you can get magical cloth armor and stuff, so that's odd.
Yeah, and when you get the magical armor cloth, it's going to have a base AC value. Because right now you don't have, like, that's the bug. They don't have a 10 base AC when you don't have armor, actually, on your ship.
I see.
If we're solving character problems, Het also suffers from feelings of inadequacy and imposter syndrome.
That is going to be a big custom formula.
Just buy a card.
Well, are we twins? What's happening?
Thank you for lightening the mood. I think I've taken care of most of the issues right now.
Yeah, we're good. Let's do this. Let's do this thing.
I'd rather do that during the game so we don't suffer through the fucking bugs for like a whole game than do that after the game, because I know it's going to take 5 minutes. If more than that, I'm going to do that after the game. Alright. Sorry for the delay.
Just warning you, I am planning on summoning undead. So, I hope that everything is okay with the tokens.
I'm sure our new friend will love that.
We'll find out. This will be the best thing since sliced bread. What are you talking about?
Maybe you could raise up our new friend.
Ooh, that would really piss off people in the woods.
And her, I would imagine.
Yeah. Fighting everything to the death from this point on.
I'm gonna try and shove this guy down on the ground, charge him.
Are you just gonna grapple him? Knock him prone? What are you doing?
I'm not trying to knock him prone. DM? Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, roll for it. I was waiting for you to roll, sorry.
Oh, so I was waiting.
You said you were doing something, so you need to roll something.
Did you see that? Did you see what I saw?
I could hardly work. This is blind, but I should reveal to everyone. I still beat you.
Yeah, alright,
Well, that went so well.
Sarah, let's try and see if we can knock him down.
A 1 and a 3.
Sarah's gonna try. So.
Yeah. Roll for it.
Zim's mouse going everywhere. Oh no!
Oh my god!
It's
clunk. I mean, the creature is pretty. Like, first of all, it just diverts Sarah with a kick from her shin guard, and she deflects she pushes you off with they push you off with their shield. And anything else for Tankenstein?
Now that'll.
Before Caleb acts, when you finish your turn,
Oh,
you see. Can I just select all of them?
that's so tiny. I can't see it. Anyone have a magnifying glass?
Let me. You're so impatient, you guys. You see a couple of them appear
Oh,
beside you
shit.
guys.
Quicklings.
I love
That's
these.
what
I love these things. I'm so happy and scared at the
I
same
don't. I
time.
hate them.
You start hearing them like. They sound a little bit higher pitched than Caleb, and it's yeah instead of la la la. But this one is gonna rush Caleb and Mara.
How rude.
I always think of Rupa Cheap from like Prince Cat when I see a Quickling.
Of who? Rupel? How did you call them?
Reaper Cheap, the little mouse swashbuckler in
Oh god.
the Prince Caspian Narnia movie.
I should know that.
Yeah.
That's the one that Eddie Izzard did the voice for.
Yeah. That's the one.
So they're gonna attack Caleb 3 times.
Oh, there's lots of them.
There's 5 of them that you can hear coming out from the brush. 14, 11, and 8 at damage. 27. They were trying to stab you, like jumping Mara, like over Mara almost, and the third time they jump high enough and they actually pierce you for 8 damage. That one does. Quentin. Boop. You've got 1 too.
Oh, it's my turn. Is it?
No. Your turn to get attacked.
Your turn to get
Oh,
shanked.
awesome.
But yeah.
Oh,
That's a nat 1. That's a
That-
13. Oh, 13 is gonna hurt. At 12. So a total of 18 piercing damage.
wait, I thought he said he had 15 AC.
You didn't have
No.
mage armor on.
I don't have mage armor. I completely forgot to put it on. That's
I
my
would,
bad.
I would let you retcon that before, like you entered the woods, because you would. It's 8 hours. There's no need for you to wait.
Oh, well, in that case, I certainly would. Thank you.
Say
For,
I'm gonna give it to you because, you're
Okay.
gonna need it.
in that
He's a
case,
bright chap.
in that case, they missed. Thank you.
8 damage still.
How? Oh, right, 20.
Is it swarming up the tree after me? Because that's gonna be fun. Excellent.
They're gonna try to climb. Do they have to?
They don't have a climb speed,
This thing
so...
is being finicky.
They don't have. Well.
Sorry, I know Quicklings.
Yep, so do I.
They
Little
would.
bastard.
They would try.
Of course
Somebody
they
in the
would.
tree. Yeah.
With spirits that don't
I'm
have
gonna
the
let them use
ability to climb
acrobatics though,
trees.
since they're so small.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
That's-
easier. So that one climbs. It reaches to you, but doesn't attack. This one was actually waiting in the tree, so it appears right next to you and shanks you thrice. 22 for 9 damage. 27 for 8 damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
19 for 9 more. 27 damage.
And
And
I
it's Caleb's turn.
think it's Caleb's turn. So there are
With
little quick blue little shits just running
Yeah,
around.
they're standing just behind you on the Mara's tail.
Have we identified these things, or we know that they responded to the helmed one's whistle, right?
Mm-hmm. That's about what you know and what they look like. If I can show the image again.
Oh yeah, show the little blue guys.
All right.
Please.
I wasn't ready. I was offering, but I wasn't ready. View artwork. Show players.
Okay.
And they're quite obviously not from here. I mean, they got long, pointy ears. They're blue. They're little, and they're
Got a
doing
receding hairline.
And when they move so quickly that they're blurred. So yeah,
Yeah,
they're magical in nature.
So I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. And so
Why?
Because it sucks. They're too fast and they're all over the place. They're attacking my friends who are trying to stay far away from it. So I'm going to just look at Belakir and I'll say, what did they taste like? So Belakir is going to hop on over here. And if it is very small, but are we able to give ourselves +2 on attack opportunities if we take a flanking with these little guys?
With flanking, you would have +2, but you still have disadvantage on the attack because they are so fast.
Understood. I'm gonna have Belakir just try to take a bite, and see if they're able to get a hold of this thing. So that's +2. That's a 13.
13 misses.
All right. So Belakir's frustrated and growls, and Caleb also is because he does not want to be up close and personal with anything or anyone right now. He wants to shoot things from far away. But he's got his boomerang, and he's got a dagger. He's got a javelin. That's about it. Yeah, he's gonna just, it's disadvantage anyway. He's gonna take out his longbow and he's gonna try to shoot this thing in the face.
Hey, okay.
That'll be a
23
25 to hit. For 8 piercing damage, and Belakir will use their reaction.
It's
Go ahead.
near death from your arrow. You pin it to the ground, and then Billy Keir with
Extra
his...
5 acid damage.
There's a little green cloud that comes from the arrow, and the creature just go... It dies.
And Caleb will, hearing their call, feel slightly challenged as they end their turn with a little... And I think Mara is going to kind of get back here into the woods a little bit. That'll end my turn.
Alright. That guy. He could have done that. So what they're gonna do, 2 attacks. It's gonna start by shield bashing Tankenstein in their face.
Doesn't hit.
14 doesn't hit, and then they try to attack with their battle axe with an overhead swing. That is not gonna hit either. I'm looking at the...
Now those were both on me, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And it looks at Core, points at them. You, talkative one, face me, prove yourself. And you need to do a wisdom saving throw as they issue a knight's challenge to you.
Yeah, compelled duel is so much fun.
And
Excellent.
you fail,
Woo.
so you are compelled to fight them for 1 minute in melee combat. The target can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of its turn. I should post that just simply.
Yes. Any other guide on that, or just compelled to fight in melee? There we go. Okay, cool.
Yep, it's engage the Green Knight in melee combat, so you have to engage them, but then you can do anything else, I guess.
Awesome. Cool.
Alright, that's their turn. Core, it's your turn now.
Yeah, that changes what I was gonna do drastically, but that's. I
my
point
ini-
back and say, "You're going down, big boy," and I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Real quick, I'm no longer on the initiative tracker. What the hell happened? I was at
I
16.
did remove your token, so sorry, a good
Yeah.
call. I'm gonna update 60.
So I cast Hex on the big guy, and I'm going to draw my shield and rapier, and I'm going to stalk slowly forward and flank with Tankenstein. And
Right?
I have to make a melee attack. It does not say what kind of melee attack,
Nope, you're in melee now.
which means I can make a melee cantrip attack.
Like Booming Blade.
Exactly.
$18 is gonna miss though. They
Oh no.
are engaged between 2 fighters, but they whirl around.
Oh no, it's a 20. It's a 20 to hit.
Oh yes, 20 meets. So you actually hit through the flanking.
Cool. So that's 2 points of thunder. Does this do normal weapon damage? Hang on.
You should
Yep.
also attack with
Yep.
the weapon.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
does
gotta attack with the weapon.
No, it just does
Oh,
1d8 and
yeah.
2d8.
That's so weird. Okay, I'll make the weapon attack just for the damage.
Yeah. What I do usually is I
Thanks.
remove the attack roll on Booming Blade. It just rolls the damage, and then I attack with my weapon. But we're gonna take the first one when you do Booming Blade. That's what I do always. So 6 more, 8
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, and then 12 if it moves.
All right.
And yeah, that's it.
Quinton's
again,
going.
I'm still missing my turn. Everybody's gone before me, including this guy. So I would like to get my turn.
Before it does, though, it can use a Knight's Rebuke, so it's gonna attack Core with a battle axe. Oh, that's a 20 for 14.
Oh, wait,
Hold on.
wait.
I'm going to Bob. Wait. Do you have
Yeah.
something you want to do?
I want to trike block that. That imposes disadvantage.
I was going to Silvery Bob, so either way, I don't need to now.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Oh.
re-roll either way, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and
Because
my
I cannot
hex.
crit this group. Ah!
Now it's a 1.
My hex gives it disadvantage on strength.
I want
Okay.
to clap, but I have to hold down my control in order for my push to talk, so I can't.
Yeah, I have the same issue. And also, you realize these are only like skill checks, not saving throws, not attacks, right? For the
Yes.
X. Cool.
Yeah, but that's
Also-
for Tankenstein to push him over.
Also, I'm a sentinel, so that would be 24 to attack for an opportunity attack.
And yeah, that hits for 6 slashing damage.
How dare you? How dare you, Sir Knight?
Sorry.
Quentin, it's now really your
No,
turn.
missed
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
There,
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use my shard to cast Mirror Image because I'm about to receive a shit ton of attacks my way. And,
Oh, you did get...
yep,
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize, sorry.
so I'm not sure how I cast it from this item. It doesn't exactly tell me.
On your character sheet...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, at the bottom of your spell list, it's going to explain
There we
the
go.
charges.
3 more necrotic damage from my hex.
All right, so that's cast. And I'm going to drink one of my healing potions because I am really fucked up. Use a bonus action for that. I will take back my 9, and I do not dare move because I will be totally screwed up if that happens. So,
Aha, you move, you're screwed. Just kidding.
and I am. All right, let me see if I can fix my hit points.
Get out of there. Try and outrun a quickling.
What the heck is going on?
Press the console, send me a screenshot if you see red and there are errors in there.
Well, I've changed the Okay, I don't know what's going on. Why am I being moved all over the place?
What do you want to do, Mist?
Do you have numlock enabled? Because it looks like
Yep.
you're pressing arrows.
No, it's enabled.
Because I always use the numpad for hit points.
Here, let me try it again. 27, enter. Okay, now it took it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not where I didn't move because I don't want to be murdered with op attacks, so that's my action.
And the bonus action was the potion.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so that's my turn.
Alright, we're back to Quentin.
Okay, I would like to summon a undead spirit. It's going to be a zombie soldier right here.
Alright. Zombie... Those are the putrid.
Yes,
Alright.
although I don't want to insult him.
I will.
Okay, I'm just going to say, destroy the small fae.
And it knows what you know as Fae, so the quicklings. Alright. Can it attack on the same turn you just
It attacks directly after my turn. So I'll finish my turn, then it'll do what it wants.
Mhm.
Okay, and I will use my cantrip, Toll of the Dead, on this little quickling.
The one next to you. So that's a wisdom saving throw. If I'm not mistaken. Normal. Oh, that's fucking good damage. And it fails, and it takes 10 damage, and it actually dies.
Oh, cool. Well then. Can I
So
control this spirit?
Yep. You should be able to move it if you select it, and yep, it cannot climb trees
hold on.
though. Because you see the plus 20 feet above their tokens that Mist doesn't have, means
It's
they
going
are
to move
all
right here.
20 feet high.
And Quentin will... He's going to stay here for now. And that will be my turn. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Before I end my turn, let's have this guy attack, my undead spirit.
As I said, these guys are 20 feet. You can see above their heads there's a plus 20 feet. It means they're high above in the trees.
Oh.
So you can retcon the move for this guy if you want to do something else.
I did not know that, otherwise I would have
I tried warning you, yeah.
I didn't hear that. Otherwise I would have summoned literally anything else. Because the skeleton can use ranged attacks and the other one can fly, so... Oh.
I'm gonna let you retcon that. It's getting used to Foundry. When you see the plus 20 feet above a token, it means they're flying or climbing or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
So which one do you want?
I'm sorry. Let's go with...
It's no problem.
Let's go with the ghost, yeah.
Ghostly Undead Spirit. I'm gonna put it where you summoned it before you knew you were gonna kill that one with the Toll the Dead.
That's fine. This one's plenty fast enough.
I'm gonna show you guys what they look
Free
like.
will.
He made a pretty cool token. Ghostly.
Who will be going for the quickling?
This is what their ghostly undead looks like.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like it.
nice.
I'm afraid no ghost. Okay, here's her attack.
All right, go for it. Disadvantage, remember.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
That would probably hit and kill. 16 meets.
Meats! Holy crap, that's awesome. Okay, she will be doing 1d8 plus 3 plus the spell's level. That's 3 again, that's plus 6.
We're gonna set that up.
And not bad. Just 8 damage, and I believe it needs to make a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC or be frightened of the undead until the end of the target's next turn.
They're not gonna be frightened though. Ooh. Which would have given them disadvantage, which would have been good, but
lucky.
they're not.
Okay, that will be the turn then.
Alright. Tankenstein, back to you, top of the round.
Sarah, you keep working on this guy. I'm going to see if I can help Mist. And I guess I'm gonna aim on this one right here. I'm going to try Mind Sliver. Oh wait, I don't need to roll. My bad.
You need to roll the damage. So that's on. Can you ping which one you're trying to?
The one that's near death.
Yeah, okay. I figured. Just wanted to make sure. Intelligence. DC 15. They actually beat it. Half damage.
I think that's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't take any damage.
Alright. So Sarah's gonna keep that on this guy. So she's two.
You're cutting up. Bring the mic closer, please.
Okay. Sarah's Sarah's gonna try and knock this guy down.
Alright, so that's a shove. A positive check. No, once again, they're gonna put their foot on the Sarah's face and push her back.
Disadvantage, core, athletics checks.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
It's not going to matter. They have a +7.
It's not, but not that time. It could have.
Damn it. Yeah, if I didn't roll a 1, every time I try athletics, I've rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Anything else for a tank besides commiseration?
I'm good.
Alright, quicklings. Shit, there's only 2 left, and it's once again missed, and then in the middle of that. But they've got their mirror images this time. So first attack, if it hits, and it does, roll a d20, above 7 and above is going to hit an image. Dusk.
I'm here. I'm just having to type because nonsense is happening. Okay. So it hits an image, so 1 image is down.
Alright. Second attack. Blue sky. 17.
That's my AC, so here, have a second. What in the hell? Why does it keep doing...
You are having weird issues.
that hits me.
That hits you, and the last one from this guy. That's gonna miss. Alright, second one. You have 2 images left, and that's gonna miss.
Wouldn't you have 3 images left?
2 images.
One got used.
I thought you got 4.
Okay, so hold on. No, you get 3. You don't get 4.
My bad.
It's gonna hit all of the images with the minimum damage. And
Yeah, you're right. Whoops.
Okay, so
1, 2,
that's
3,
all of them.
1, 2. Okay, last one. Wasn't sure.
Okay, so that's 2 images down.
And that's gonna hit.
Well, let's see if it hits the image.
11 or above. It's an image, so it's you.
Nope. Alright, so that's a total of, for the first one, 7? 17?
9 and 8. Yeah.
So I'm down to 10 hit points.
It's 15. 15.
Is it not
Wait.
9 and 8?
7 hit. Oh no, that was an image. You're right.
9 and 8. Yeah.
So it was 15, so or 17, so I'm down to 10
17.
hit points. Yep. Why is it doing this again?
I'm gonna start saying it's error user. You're having issues with whatever you're trying to do.
No, it's not me. I cannot change it on the character sheet. I can change it here for some stupid reason.
On the token
There we go.
sheet. That's
Yeah, not in the sheet. So, all right, that's it for that, I guess. And I have 1 image up. Cool.
All right. So that's their turn. Caleb.
Mhm.
2 of them are attacking Mist up in the tree.
Yep.
Oh man, Caleb that is not good. I just hear like going on in the tree, and like I
Right.
see blood and fur falling out of the tree. I'm like, oh shit, that is not good. Mara, let's go. And we're gonna move a little closer. We're gonna get next to Quentin, because Quentin's undead is kind of cool. So Caleb's like, we're friends, right? Your ghost is not going to come after me, right?
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
only mildly superstitious. Okay. And I'm going to cast Healing Word. I'm going to shout up to Mist over Snow. Mist, please, whatever you're doing, do it a little bit better, okay? Okay, no problem. And I'm casting this at second level.
Wow.
Second level, just to try. Oh, okay, 8. 8 stop and take a vitamin pill.
That's 8 more. That's 8 more than I had. So you know.
I give those healings, and because I'm using my bonus action, I can't command Balakir, but I can draw an arrow and try to take some of the heat off of Mist over Snow. And I know it's a disadvantaged shot, but I'm going to see if I can hit that injured one that's north, that is near death, with a longbow shot. So let the arrow fly and roll a natural 1. Or is it a natural one? Oh no, that's it's a 13.
It re-rolled, but still a 13 instead of a 28.
That is the end of Caleb's turn.
Don't you have 2 attacks now?
and then I rethink myself. That arrow was garbage.
Shit.
I know.
You're not level 4 anymore.
I forgot. Thank you, DM. Thank you,
I
DM.
forgot all about extra attack.
So then I shoot again.
16 meats.
16 meats.
How do you want to do that? How do you pin it to the tree?
I first just fire, and then I was like, you know what, Quentin? I feel like I should fire another one just in the same amount of time it took to shoot one, and I'll shoot the second.
If you want to prove
keep
that,
fighting.
if you want to prove that Zim loves low levels, there it is.
That's it. That's for Caleb.
And that one died. Mist feels a little bit better. Maybe looking for some retribution.
Wait, Miss,
sure.
you in the tree?
I am in the tree. They appeared in the tree.
That-
2 of them. Yeah.
Okay, that explains.
No,
why
one of
the
them
hell-
climbed, so they lost one round, and one of them was in the tree right
Yeah.
before you were.
Yep. So it was great fun.
We rolled the
Alright.
perceptions for that too. I just rolled a nat 20 for the quick links.
So yeah, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on that stupid, ridiculous remaining quickling in the tree. Just ignore the damage it rolls.
Gonna mark it.
Yep, and I'm going to attack this thing twice at a disadvantage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
It's still like darting from branch to branch, zigzagging and skewering you and slashing. Yeah.
Okay.
You have a hard time keeping your eyes on it.
19 to
Yes.
hit,
That
Ooh,
hits.
look at all
And
the
and
dice.
I'm not sure why all those dice are happening, but here's my second attack.
well, did it roll Hunter's Mark for the damage? It did. Okay, cool.
It's ignore that. That's just to cast it. Because the damage is
I
calculated.
was wondering on the attack. Second one's gonna miss though. It's almost dead. That was
Yep.
a good hit. You basically like cut it almost in half, but
Mhm.
with a little bit of the flat of the blade, so it ends up like hitting its head on the trunk
Sure.
of the tree,
And that
coming
is
back on
it.
the branch. It's a bit woozy. But it's been
I only
pulling at
see
you.
1d6 plus 4 on the first hit.
What? Oh, I didn't activate. That's my own fault. So let's add that damage to it. I'm a
That's what
dumbass.
I was wondering about, and I looked at Told the fucking dead. That's
Yeah,
what
there's a lot of Tolbert
confused
that's
me.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So,
that's why. It's
Oh
probably gonna die
God,
now.
I'm really sorry. I was.
It's no problem.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
I just clicked. I clicked and I saw 2 dice.
Yeah, I was
rolled,
like-
so I was like, oh,
that's
that's
why I
the
was-
right damage.
It's all
Yeah.
right, man.
Sorry.
So add 3 to
No,
my
no
total
problem.
damage from that then. So that would have been a
Perfect,
total
it
of.
dies.
Oh, good. Excellent. And missed. Still has their second attack then, which wouldn't have happened. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen. And Miss is going to gleefully run over there and go stab this guy with the second attack.
Okay.
And-
Climbing down 20 feet. Oh, is move speed? Do you have other movement? Because you have...
I'm going to activate my feature for.
Cool.
Yeah.
You make it?
So this is at normal, correct? Alright.
Sorry, was that a question?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't connect.
All right. And it
Just
doesn't.
quick links.
No, this guy, he's a zealot. But they don't talk much. You try to attack. When he's hit, you can do that. Bonus action, it's gonna issue a challenge to mist over snow. So wisdom saving throw for you.
Sure, why not? Normal.
And now, Core, you're not challenged anymore.
That's 15.
That's actually gonna save.
Oh, good.
Get this thing. It's gonna try to shield bash. It challenged Core, so shield bash Core. Oh, that's not gonna hit. And then battle axe.
I dodge to the side and say, Tankenstein! And I snap my finger.
Oh, yes. I got you. right here.
Did you use it this round for the trike?
No,
Thing,
that
or
was
that Sarah?
that was last round.
As the battle axe comes down towards me, I'm like, Sarah!
That's right. You have your reaction back. So you still take 6 slashing
Loves
damage
this.
from the a glancing
Do
blow.
I know? Do I?
Does that
yeah.
hit?
Because she's using Sentinel and she crits. They
I know,
crit,
but
she
Sarah has a as a thing.
Here we go.
Wait, it used it when it was that last round. It got it back.
It was last
it was
round.
on its last round.
It was
Yeah,
last round.
Has to reroll. Okay. I can't wait until I crit on the reroll, and then we're gonna see what it does. But I'd never do.
No, Core is loving this.
You don't take damage, and he does. 11 hit points.
I just say, you need friends.
Alright, so it takes the damage. Wait, no, it's resistance to that damage. Slashing, non-magical. So it's gonna take 5, and I'm gonna retcon that it should have taken less from the weapons.
That is a magical battle axe because it's
It is! You
so
are
that is
magical.
a magical weapon.
That's some badass
Alright, that's
magical
good.
battle axe.
That's
Well, that's
good.
you told then.
Alright. So you can do nothing else. Wait. You use your reaction. Mist didn't. Core did.
This has no reaction to you, so yay.
Alright, so they're gonna move.
Is he? Op attack.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Core and Miss.
Oh, and he takes the 12 booming blade damage
Is it at the start of their turn or start of your turn?
as soon
That's
as
22
they move.
to hit for 10.
Okay, so they're not gonna move. I wasn't sure if they were still booming bladed.
Are they aware of what booming blade is
Yeah.
as a
They're
creature?
intelligent
Okay.
enough. Mhm.
That is 22 to hit for 10 damage.
They don't
No,
move.
they didn't move. Sorry about that.
They decided that they know what the spell does.
Well, they feel it like they're still like under the and moving seems difficult. So yeah, they're intelligent enough. I'm giving
Okay.
it to them. It's your turn, Core.
And I am going to just say you've done it now. And I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse. I don't know why it rolled a d20, but that's fine.
It thinks it's an attack.
And I'm going to go ahead and do another Booming Blade because I saw this thing kind of get ready and reconsider, and I'm like, yeah, you're locked here.
Start rolling with your weapon first, because we're going to take the attack
sorry.
of the weapon. I'm not sure if your spell attack is the same as your.
Oh, yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's charisma, your
There you go.
Hexblade.
Yeah.
So that's good. Then it
I
doesn't
will
matter.
roll this. I also get a bonus 3 damage.
Piercing
That's-
damage because of the.
It's a
hex.
magical weapon.
Because
So I
of the
have
hex, right?
17 plus, that's 24 points of damage. Yeah.
Yep. And that's why I noted I was like 14 piercing damage on the rapier. What is that? And then hex. That's what.
Why
it
is I'm not injured. Why is my health down? Who put my health down? No,
Who put your health down?
I refuse this. It says
Didn't you
24
get
points of damage.
Didn't you get injured earlier because you got hit
By
by
a
one of
quickling?
your duplicates, didn't?
No, I never got hit.
No, the quicklings never reach score. Actually.
Nope.
I wasn't talking about a quickling. I thought the knight did it.
No, he tried to, but the trike block went through.
Oh yeah, the trike block.
Twice.
Okay, now I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Every time they tried, I think. Every time they hit, actually. All right. Anything
that's
else
it.
for core?
That's the
Quentin.
power of the Tyrannosaurus. A Triceratops, rather. Yeah, this guy's basically dead, isn't he?
He's getting there. He looks badly injured.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my spell slots. I'm just gonna toll the dead this guy. And this time, it's serious.
Wisdom saving throw.
Why do I always roll better if uninjured? Seriously.
They're gonna fail, so they're gonna take 10 hit points.
Of necrotic. And my undead spirit will fly down.
You know how to change that?
Eek!
Right click on your token, and the top left field where there's a 20. Yes, exactly.
I pressed 0, but it didn't take it away.
No, it did.
Now it did. It didn't
Yeah,
for me at
just
first.
away.
Okay. And she will attack with her hand. Just. Ah!
What's it called? Claw, ghostly claw, something like that.
Oof.
Deathly touch or something like that.
Okay, they roll the damage.
and
12
takes
damage.
12 necrotic.
Nice.
It starts withering from all the necrotic damage. Even its equipment starts withering.
You know, this damage is actually going to jump way higher in the next couple of levels.
Ooh.
Oh my god! What the hell is that?
She's on
Frankenstein
our
doesn't
side.
attack.
Don't harm her.
So disadvantage because Tankenstein is frightened?
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
But you sound frightened.
Tankenstein's freaked the fuck. Do you want me to make a perception check?
Sorry, can I...
It's pretty
Yeah, I move
obvious
her here.
with your passive that that's a
Okay.
disembodied spirit, ghost, whatever you want to call them.
And Quentin
Alright.
did just talk to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
here you
All
go.
right.
Yeah, let's not make
All
this
right.
complicated.
Alright.
Ghost pops out, says she's gonna kill everybody.
Gee, that would be serious.
So that would be a 12. And here, I'll roll
Yes.
again. And a 26 to hit.
That hits. How do you want to do this?
Oof.
I want to pick it up and throw it at the ghost. Oh my god, I'm dead.
So you hit
Oh
them
my
in the
God.
side of the face.
Throw it at it and get the fuck away. Oh
We'll
my
just go
god.
Right through her.
And as it lays slumping against the cliffside there, it's not really a cliff, but like the rock promontory, it just rattles, looking at Core like, and everybody else too. We'll see each other again. And it starts like being absorbed by the ground as roots and vines. Slowly, you have a couple moments because combat is over, but it's being reabsorbed by the ground right now.
Do you want me to stop it?
Yes, please.
I'm going to cast Wither and
Essence
Bloom.
is
It
sucking
causes
back
all
up
plant-
into me too.
I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom on the corpse. It causes all plant life in that general area to die, to wither and die.
Who are you gonna heal?
Snow, get over there.
I'm sorry, I missed all of that because I had to chase the dog out of this room that was barking at the top of her lungs.
Snow, go here.
So basically, the Green Knight died from Tankenstein, who threw them
Okay.
near the ghost right there and just fled in panic. And as it's hitting the ground, in the instant rattle,
The range is enough that I can actually get Snow anyway. Snow, I'm going to heal you while I'm killing the plant life inside.
Okay, so
But,
I did miss what happened after.
I was trying to explain. So
Okay.
as it hit the ground, it let out a death rattle that we're gonna meet again. And the ground, like the herbs, the roots, the leaves, the branches around where it fell, started engulfing the body. Then Quentin cast a spell, Wither and Bloom, which heals you for, I think, 7?
No, it's your hit dice plus my intelligence modifier, which is +5.
So Quentin, roll a d8 plus 5. A
Is that
d10. D10 is a ranger.
I misclicked. I pressed +6. It's
Wouldn't-
+5. So
Wouldn't
11.
it be Miss that rolls the hit dice?
For now, it's the spellcaster, the healer that normally rolls it. Right.
Okay.
So 11 hit points back to Mist. They cast Wither and Bloom. So this is a necromantic spell. They basically absorb the life force from the roots and the plants that are trying to surround and engulf the corpse of the knight of the woods that you just slain, and transfer it to Mist over Snow. And you see the roots, the vines, the leaves. They kind of wither, but they're replaced by more as the body is still being engulfed. You guys can react. Quentin cast a spell, so Caleb, everybody else can do something right now.
Tankenstein, can you pick it up? And I'm gonna run over and try to just like start lifting it off the ground.
The
The body.
oh okay.
Are you proficient in athletic, Core?
No.
So Tankenstein, with the help of Core, I'm going to give you a +2 to your athletics check, trying to lift this corpse off the ground.
Does
God
a
damn it,
24 do it?
It kind of does. It's hard. It's difficult because it's like the roots already were inside the corpse, and it's fighting against you. It's almost like trying to unroot a tree, but you keep forcing it. You keep at it, and the roots kind of snap, and you have the corpse like in your arms, able to move it right now. But you see that even from the corpse, roots and branches are trying to reach the ground. So for one round, you've managed to stop this effect for now, or unless you do something else.
I'm gonna hold them over my shoulder like a passed out frat girl.
Anybody else?
Burn the Bunor roots quickly. If somebody can do any kind of fire.
I mean, you have an action, right, Mist?
I don't have fire, unfortunately.
Are we just going, or is this an initiative thing?
It's after the fight, but I want everyone to be able to do something during the first round. So Tankenstein, Core, Quentin already acted. We have Caleb and Mist Over Snow if they want to do something. Or
yeah.
Could I have my ghost do something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'd like her to use her Deathly Touch on basically the ground where the roots were growing, and she's just going to use a melee spell attack to just force a bunch of necrotic energy into the ground.
Mm-hmm. So actually that works, but like the life energy grows back after like one round. So you kill it, it comes back to life. You kill it, it comes back to life. It goes back and forth like that. Kill it.
Hearing Mist Over Snow's idea, they'll snap into action, take out a torch, use the action to light it, and just hold the torch near the roots that seem to be connecting.
Yeah, the roots are coming out of the ground, and the corpse trying to like, almost like lovers trying to touch each other before like one of them fouls. They're calling to each other right now. Torch, but you do buy some time with the torch and the flame, and the fact that Tankenstein and Core are keeping it away from the ground. The roots, they're not growing that fast. Like maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 feet every round. Fluoros plasticity.
Okay. Mist is. I actually discovered I also have torches in my inventory, so Mist will also get a torch going. 2 torches, and then Tankenstein, if you can move, try to pull away from there. Maybe we should carry this body outside of the woods if we can.
Okay, and I'm gonna motion my hip out to the side. I have a flask of oil right here. If someone wants to use it, and
that's fine.
We don't want to immolate the corpse. We just want to stop the roots. Yes.
Yes. I meant to put the oil on the root. So as I walk away,
yeah, douse the roots and then we can light it up.
I was going to suggest that we could always pass the corpse over to the ghost and she can fly it out of here, because there's no way it's going to be able to reach the ground if it's 20 feet up.
Can a ghost hold a corporeal body?
I looked this up specifically because I knew this was going to come up at one point or another, and the general consensus is yes.
I've seen a lot of ghost movies like Poltergeist.
Okay.
How long does your summoned spirit last? Because you guys had walked for like 5-6 minutes.
She'll be with us for an hour.
Oh, so that's enough time.
I would have moved my full 30 feet.
That said, the night is pretty heavy, and we will need an athletics check from the ghost to be able to. Because the thing is, I want to make sure that you guys know the context right now. Both roots from the ground and from the corpse are trying to bring it back to nature, basically trying to bury it. So even as the corpse is dead, there are like growths of woods coming from its shield, inside its helmet, from its boots. Like its equipment is cracking because it's made of wood. Now that you touch it, you see that everything. It has a weird sheen to it. It's not normal wood, but it's a kind of
Okay.
wood.
Would I include her proficiency bonus?
Wait, I want to see if that's what you guys do after I notice the context, because you can bring this corpse. Like it's 5 minutes run to the outside of the woods with somebody carrying a corpse. It's gonna be a group skill challenge if you want to do it. Like if it doesn't get latched up or like the strength of the nature trying to retake this guy. So whoever carries it, it's going to be an athletics check, and then other people can help them.
I would say leave it with Tangenstein in that case because Tangenstein's the strongest one of the party.
Yeah, the undead spirit is not particularly strong.
Yep.
Stronger than Quentin, but you know.
While
Who
I'm
isn't?
carrying this, Sarah's gonna try and stomp on the vines to help me. And I don't know what everybody else is gonna do.
I mean, just keep burning it. It's like we had the flask of oil, which we doused in that one area, but I mean, I'm not sure.
The fact that you have one or two people burning roots along the way, that's going to be automatically lowering the DC for your athletics check.
Okay.
Quentin and the undead spirit also like withering plant life brings it down to like.
I'll experiment. Whichever is more effective, whether it's fire or necrotic, I use that. So we've also got firebolt.
I'm gonna say it's easier for you to use firebolt. Easier to like also put the forest alight. So I'm gonna have you make an attack with that. The ghost is automatically gonna succeed, and it's like as efficient as fire. It's just less dangerous for the rest of the forest, and you control your fire well enough that there's no danger. So the DC, instead of being like 20, 22, is going to be something like 14 for an athletics check. Is there something else that anyone want to do, like Bellikir or? Well, there's pretty much just Bellikir left at this point.
I don't know that Bellikir could do much
Core.
other than bite and tear at the roots, just continuing to attempt to sever this connection, whatever it is. Caleb is thinking more long term. He's looking around at the ground around him. He's kind of like, why is this thing so connected, and what sort of power is in the land here that is connected to this thing?
Give me a nature check.
Okay, in that sense, I will use the book with its second charge to help me add a D4 to see if it can give me any insight about that. Because my what the hell, history for Bellikir? What am I doing? I'm sorry. I am all over the map. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. That's nature. That's a -1. All right, and I rolled a 2 on the D4 dice, but hey, that's a 19 altogether.
So you notice that everywhere that you passed by, you look behind you at some point, everywhere that was withered or burned kind of grows back like at a very unnatural pace. And there are flowers who seems to shed light before they wither and die very quickly, but you've never seen that kind of stuff that's happening right now, like fast growth like that. The flowers you had never seen that before, even in these woods, but they wither and die kind of quickly. There's definitely something magical happening here.
I say this to everyone.
Well, I think that it would make sense to cover our tracks, go back to the druids, and try to analyze what's happened here.
I don't think we should leave so soon. I don't know. This
If
does
we
not
don't
feel
keep
entirely.
The forest, we lose our proof.
It does not feel entirely dangerous to me, though. If the forest is trying to protect itself somehow, maybe. I don't know.
But he is the one that has been dismembering people, yes. It protects itself in a different way, perhaps.
What
but not
what were these people that were dismembered doing? You know, we have to. Maybe we should inspect.
Apparently,
the
they
bodies.
wouldn't leave.
We should inspect the bodies, perhaps.
I agree,
have-
but perhaps we safeguard this body first. Come back. I think it's time. Time is of the essence in both matters, but we lose our proof if we take it now.
I don't think we're going to have a proof of a body, but let's see what happens.
I can perform autopsies on those bodies to see if I can
We
figure
have
out
to.
exactly what.
Well, we have to even find bodies. Right now, we're still trying to deal with this one. So,
And all it's gonna take is a successful athletics check from Frankenstein trying to outrun the vegetation. With the help of their group. Core, I did forget to ask you if you wanted to do something. Oh, be right back.
Yeah. Just before I, sorry, I have to attend to something real quick, but I wanted to kind of clean up the area if I can from the quickling corpses, and I want to take one of those with me. And the others, I'd like to try and secrete somewhere and bury, or bury.
they're small. We can shove them in a bag.
Exactly. Or if I can
Yeah.
easily take all of them, I will. But
You can add. I never said that before. You can add a quickling corpse to your inventory if you like.
okay, cool. Yeah. I just want to clean up the area real quick. It's not
And burying them wouldn't take
Something.
a lot of time. You would be like 1 minute behind your group if you did that.
Yeah. That's
You
what I
want
would
to?
want to do.
All right, cool, fair enough.
Yeah.
Take
And I
your
gotta
time.
go attend to something. Sorry.
No problem.
All right.
Take your time.
Athletics?
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's see if you can, with the help of your group, be fast enough. And it seems you can.
15. Yep.
DC 14 because it was lowered. So you guys actually make it out of the forest. The last 10 feet are really tough, Frankenstein. You have to struggle, you have to break roots, and your group cannot help fast enough, but you burst out of the forest and into the hilly plains just at the edge of the forest. And there's no more roots, no more things that are coming out of the forest floor and the trees to try and grab it. There's only the roots growing from the equipment and from the corpse that are slowly, but very slowly. Like you've got a good 5 to 10 minutes before it gets engulfed into the ground, and then you're going to be able to pick it up. It's not a skill challenge anymore. You've got the corpse of this kind of knight of the woods.
All right. I guess to wait. I'm gonna try and hold it up, I guess. And wait for Quentin to catch up, and then I'll let him his stuff that he does with bodies.
I actually also have something to attend. I think we're going to take our last 5 minutes break of the night before coming back to what you guys want to do with this corpse.
All right, we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. DM Mardi.
Oh yeah, you guys have basically fled the forest confines with the corpse of this knight of the woods, and you're outside just like 50 feet, 60 feet away from the edge of the forest. Core reaches back to you guys after a minute. They took the time to bury some quicklings, and that's about all you know. What do you guys want to do with this corpse?
You said the roots are still trying to grab it outside the confines of the forest?
The effect has really slowed down once you've reached the outside of the confines of the forest, but it's still like growing, slowly sprouting at a more natural rate. But well, I say natural, but it's still visible to the eye, just very much slower than it was.
If I was to crack this fucker open and rip out whatever the hell's causing these roots to grow out of it, using my autopsy ability,
You would need
Who's
pretty
in for
hefty
that?
tools.
Here's the problem. We would have to set him down to do that. I'm thinking...
you'd have to get him out of his armor at least.
As I was saying, he is still putting out... These roots are still coming out at him.
The longer you take, the more it's going to look like a cocoon. And you already, Quentin, think you're going to need an axe more than a scalpel to open up this guy, because he fucking looks encased in wood. And the more you wait, the more it's going to thicken.
as I was saying, I'm thinking that we are probably going to have to burn this corpse.
Before we do, I will.
Yes.
I will be your assistant, Quentin. I am proficient in medicine. I can help as much as I can. Tinkenstein, are you able to provide some sort of tools that might help us to get into the inside of this thing?
Sure can. I will use a feature. And here, let me ask ahead of time. Can I use this for carpentry tools? Will that help?
Don't you have carpentry tools? Because you could, but that's gonna take an hour to create the tools.
Yeah.
If you
How much
already
more?
have carpentry tools, those would help.
I have smith tools and thieves tools right now. I know I created something, but I don't have it listed here. I must have.
Yeah. Crowbar and a hammer should work.
Yeah,
Crowbar and a hammer would help.
Yeah. I got my battle axe too. I can use that to chop.
This is clearly not going to be a normal autopsy, right?
This is starting to make me think of Surgeon Simulator.
Later. All right. So
to keep the body, as Mist said, to keep the body off of the grass and the nature, perhaps we could lay it on the back of Sarah. Then it will be elevated like a table.
Go gadget Sarah as a table.
Or find a raised stone area here on the hillside. Both those will work.
It's just a transformer sound, and immediately Sarah just turns into a table.
What she would do is kind of lay on her stomach, and so her feet are out like a dog when it's laying down, kind of idea.
A quadruped stand with a plank on it, boop, and it's a table.
Yeah, she's wide enough. She's just gonna lower herself down so you guys can use her back as a table.
This is a very difficulty check, but the more I'm gonna accept that, like the table is gonna lower it, and then the crowbar is gonna lower it, and then anything else you guys want to do crazy like again.
Well, my medical intuition, I can roll a d4 whenever I make a medicine check, but I'm essentially just assisting Quentin.
You're gonna help, and I'm gonna
while
allow
they're
you to
doing this,
guidance with the d4. Sorry, Dusk, go ahead.
While they're doing this, I'm just gonna keep using the torch to burn the end of those roots as they start popping up.
All right.
I'm gonna be using my battle axe to anything that gets up high enough. I'm gonna chop it off.
I'm gonna start with Mist over Snow and a pure dexterity, like a dexterity check, not without proficiency, just to see how efficient you can be at burning the loose ends. I don't know what to call that.
Just a straight dexterity check? Sure.
How do you call when you burn the end of hair? Oh shit.
Singe.
Sure.
Singe, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not gonna help though.
Curling iron mistakes.
I have no training in medicine, but I do have some familiarity with anatomies of many species. And I will try to direct your motions as much as I can, and I just get right down in front of this thing's face as they're dissecting it. And I'm focused on memorizing as many features as I can so that I can reproduce them later if I need to. But I'm also kind of keep an eye, and if it looks like they're going to be destroying the body rather than just removing the vines around it, I'm going to try and give them a little pointer and use my investigation to help with that.
Investigation would help. If you want to see the features, though, you need to remove the helmet.
Yeah, and I need to get through the wood to do that. So I'm going to help them do that.
Cool. All right. Investigation is going to help. Roll for investigation. Maybe it's going to help. That's good enough.
Yep.
Lower the DC by 2. Quentin is doing this. Caleb, Mist already tried. Tankenstein, Sarah is helping as a table, so that already lowered.
I haven't done anything yet. Can I do something to lessen the DC myself, perhaps? Or my undead can maybe continue to use her
The way I
Sure.
saw it, tell me if I'm wrong. The way I saw it, you were gonna perform the autopsy, being helped by your group. The
Yeah.
spirit could help you, of course. She could try to wither. I'm gonna ask for an attack. Just straight D20. He does the same thing
Just a D20.
to see how efficient she is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, not bad.
That's gonna lower it also. The DC is 20 at this point, but you've got assistance, and Caleb is gonna be able to help you with his medical intuition, which is gonna add a D4. Caleb is gonna roll it, but you could roll medicine for an autopsy with advantage. DC is 20, and Caleb can roll a D4 to help you.
Oh no.
Oh, DC 20, DC
Oh, no.
20. Makes it.
17 plus 3, 20. Let's go, let's go.
So it's a close call, but first of all, you're able to remove the battle axe it used. It's made of a kind of wood, and as soon as it, like you cut the vines, the ghost withers them, and Cora's like, no, this one is support. The support vine is there. I'm using
Nope, that's a finger. The other one.
Exactly. You make out with the axe. The helmet you're
Ooh.
unable to fully remove, but you see enough, like the bottom half of their face, even though they're sprouting like vines and branches. They have a mouth, they have a chin, and
Good.
it's very
Good. This is
refined.
good.
Almost looks like elven. You can see ears in there, but when you try removing the rest of the helmet, like the whole face is now
Oh, that's
Not-
disgusting.
knotted woods. The armor you're not able to remove either, but under the armor, when you break it, like it's difficult, takes a long time. The vines keep sprouting. You keep fighting them. It feels like it was a humanoid corpse. You don't see blood though, more like sap, even coming from the inside, more organic matter of this creature. It's still very much like more of a tree than it is a mortal with red blood like you guys.
At this point, Quentin, I have to ask a very important question. Do
And
you
what is...
bring this back to civilization? Might this be contagious?
Would this be a disease that this creature has?
It feels, and correct me if I'm wrong, that used to be humanoid.
I was asking the DM, is there a way that I
Okay.
can...
Not from what you find. Like the inside is not full of vines. Once you reach the few places you can reach the inside of this creature, I'm not a surgeon, but the inside that you find, everything is more like the blood is like sap more than. But you find like it has skin. It's rougher than your skin. It's not like easy to cut through. It's like bark, which you can also cut through. But you feel like it's you don't know if it was transformed, but right now its skin feels like bark, its inside and veins feels like the old sap instead of blood. Its armor was made of a very strong, very durable kind of wood. You think, give me a medicine check, give me another one. How much am I going to give you?
Oh, God, this isn't going to last forever.
You're-
Decent rolls.
But
Hey.
you feel like this creature wasn't changed. You don't feel any sign that it was once like you in the inside. It probably was like that all of its life. When it died, though, something happened. Like it started sprouting things that you hadn't seen on them before. And once outside the forest, it kind of slowed down the effect, stopped. You feel like that was its natural state.
So there is no way in hell this is contagious.
It's not a disease. You don't think so?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll let them know. No, this is not a disease. It appears to be... This is how it is meant to look.
All right, just thought I'd ask. I'm glad that you have some knowledge of these things because that is not my wheelhouse.
But again,
This is the most intense autopsy I've ever performed, certainly.
Oh, well, don't let your patient know that. It can be unsettling.
This is a guardian of the forest.
A natural home resident of the forest that we have slain.
The dwarves talked about creatures such as this in other places. It's not a humanoid as we know it, especially with what Quentin found. I'm not sure why we wish to preserve the body. We can describe what happened here. I don't think that they expect trophies being brought back. My main concern is if we try to bring this back, we're going to have to watch it like a hawk the entire time we're traveling just to make sure it doesn't sprout. And it's going to keep doing that.
Could I use...
I would just burn it, frankly.
Could I use my Learn from the Dead feature to figure out if this thing is going to get back up at any point? Or is that too far?
Let me check. Learn of the Dead. What is that?
Learn from the Dead is a homebrew feature that we both agreed on. It was basically
I remember it now.
I could decide to learn one, or I think it depended on the role, but I could learn one or more specific things about a creature that has died, whether it was how it died, its weaknesses, or, if it had regeneration, etc.
I'm gonna use your last medicine check for that.
That's a 23.
I'm gonna say, though, this creature has a different anatomy from what you use. You never encountered this kind of creatures before, never performed an autopsy on these. It's very much like a plant at this point, how you can understand it, everything it's doing, how it's made, even in the inside, once you succeeded, like going through the plates and the roots and the vines. You feel like if you were to plant this, it might sprout back up like a tree would.
I was just thinking, if you pot a plant, it doesn't grow into the ground.
Yeah, if you pot a plant, but like you can cut a branch and make another tree from another tree from basically a limb. You feel like this is like a plant more than you, like more than a humanoid like you are. So you feel like if it was to go back to the ground, it might sprout back again. And it did. As it was dying, say we're gonna meet again, and then started being absorbed by the ground. So you feel like, yeah, plant it. Something will sprout.
I think, now this is out of character, but this is what Dormaze thinks. I think if we keep it in the bag of holding, it won't have anything to root back into and regenerate.
Keep in mind,
with.
This thing is a lot more than 100 kilograms. You cannot put it in the bag of holding.
Wait, what?
The bag of holding is limited. A lot of DMs don't care that you can only put 100 kilograms in a bag of holding. But
I knew it was limited, but I thought it was way more than 100 kilograms.
They have a certain amount of size. Also, a size you can't shove an elephant into a bag of holding. Whole body.
It says 500 pounds.
Oh, it's more than 100 kilograms.
But what's the opening?
2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep. I don't know if that's
too small for this thing.
It's too small.
It's too small, yeah.
Unless you were to cut it into pieces, but then again.
Again, if I may, why do we wish to bring this back?
So we're information gathering. Yes,
If we're describing it, what we're describing is a green knight made of wood and sticks that sort of, after we beat it, it started to get absorbed into the ground. If we bring it back and have tests run on it, it can be identified. It can have all kinds of experts.
And I understand, Mist, you feel that you are
input
matter, as you have heard of it before, but I must say that Nogenk is a druid of these lands and may perhaps have a connection as to what this night means for her, quote unquote, and for the darkness in this forest. So I just think that it would be premature to destroy evidence when we can in fact keep it intact.
All right.
Tankenstein, could you please cut this thing into pieces?
Um,
Uh, uh,
to what end, Quentin?
So we could transport it via the bag of holding.
I think we can transport it and keep an eye on it. I will personally take a 4 or 6 hour shift, continuing to burn the edges and limiting the root growth.
Now, I do have one question. Are the roots and vines growing from the battle axe and the shield?
The battle axe is not growing vines anymore. You have a weird wooden battle axe. You haven't identified the type of wood it is yet. The shield is fused, as is the armor and the helmet, into the creature right now, so you won't be able to salvage those.
Did you also say it slowed down since we moved away from the forest?
It did, but it becomes more and more like a cocoon, and at some point, burning it and withering them down is not gonna work either.
Oh, so it's like in a cocoon form now?
Slowly being petrified.
You guys are still actively doing that, so you're fighting it back, but like it's as effective as you are. So it's a lost battle in time. Like when you're done here, bringing it back to Holtsedge, it's gonna be a cocoon unless.
Okay.
I mean, at some point, it's a losing battle that you're fighting.
Okay, in that case, I say we don't bring it back to Holtsedge, because if we do, it might regenerate, and then we'll leave, and then it will be completely unguarded in a place full of civilians. And it's already stated that it does not like humanity.
If we were to go at full pace towards the village that Nogank is at, would it be cocooned by then?
It's you made a 25 miles trip. That's why I'm saying like, yeah, it's a losing battle because you're gonna have. First of all, you could face exhaustion, but then again, we'll arrive in the middle of the night and burning and constantly withering this thing. Unless
how about
I'm ready to
contact Nogank?
I'm ready to
and get her to meet us halfway.
Nogank could do that.
I contact Nogank. I get her to travel here right now through a plant.
Yeah.
What do you say of descending exactly?
Nogank, we have a very time-sensitive corpse that is turning back into a tree. We need your attention on it now. We are just at the outskirts of the forest. A direct route from your camp to the forest.
I can find you.
Describe something that's nearby.
Find the nearest tree. I can see you now. She took the time. She took 10 seconds before she replied. So she's probably scrying on you. Find the nearest tree.
And I do so.
And you do so, and
I turn back into Het and go, crap.
She comes out of that tree like 15 seconds later. What have we here?
Good thinking.
We're about to burn it. Thank you. We're about to burn it, but it's turning back into a cocoon. It used to be some sort of, and I kind of describe what this creature looked like, and I described how it looked sort of almost elvish underneath the faceplate, but it's definitely not a human, and it's just discovered.
And Quentin will explain everything in medical terms in what he saw during the autopsy.
It's definitely some sort of forest guardian. It challenged us and said that we were not worthy of knowing her name. He did refuse to give us the name.
And it's the one that's been dismembering your people.
And little fey fuckers as well.
Oh, yes,
we
I
have
pulled
one
one out of my bag.
Yes.
And Het, because you're Het at this moment,
yeah,
basically pulls out the corpse of a quickling out of her bag. It's a bit messy in your bag, but you don't mind that.
Always buy a new bag.
Yeah, I am going to be buying several bags.
Maybe we should keep on our persons a small collection of sacks and just get new ones. It's not that they're expensive. Anyway.
It is wise.
Just give me a second. I'm looking at the
that's-
spell list.
Quentin. Oh.
I'm just saying, if you can turn troll blood into a healing potion, why not?
Alright, she used those. She does notice who's holding the axe that you got from the corpse.
Tank.
Yeah, I
I
would
assume
think.
Tankenstein.
Yeah, I would assume I would take it because I'm very intrigued with this axe.
Because No Gang spends a minute looking at the corpse and how like the vines are reacting. She's casting cantrips like druidism with why don't I have druidcraft? Thank you. And thaumaturgy. She's trying to learn about that. She takes some time to cast another spell, locating something, and she's like, "This feels more like a plant than a living being, and it's dead, but it keeps." She looks at you with a weird expression, like sprouting, and then she notices the axe that Frankenstein is holding. Is that from the creature?
Why, yes, it is. I thought maybe it would be a nice upgrade, and I'm gonna walk forward towards No Gank, even though I don't see him on the map, and I'm gonna show him the axe.
I'm gonna bring No Gank on the map. I can do that. And she's like, I wasn't sure looking through the vines and everything that's growing out of it, but this is bronze wood. It's wood that is harder than steel and lighter, and she like flips the axe and gives it back to you, and she's like, bronze wood is very rare on Eberron, especially on Corvair. I don't know that it can be found in the river woods. It cannot even be found in the towering woods. Not that I know of. This is most peculiar, and this is not of this world. What's happening?
You're telling me I have epic wood?
She has like a corner smile, and I guess so. Is that one of your expressions that you use in those cities?
Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, can't wait to try.
It's not magical per se, but it's definitely
it will be tonight.
Stop it. Well then,
I meant because I would switch to fusion.
Rated.
I meant it literally.
I know. I just want to check how long this lasts. 1 round. So you cannot go back through the plant. I mean, I have my own idea where that could be from, but I hope that's not the case. If so, it means the Twilight Forest has come to Holtsedge.
The what?
But you said that. Who said that? Somebody missed Twilight Forest?
What?
It is called Thelanis. It's a Twilight Forest. And she points like at the darkening sky. It can be seen there, and it's like the 6th or 7th moon in the sky. Either we have a new manifest zone of the Twilight Forest here that the wardens and the gatekeepers never heard about, or this was a lone wolf, but the way you describe everything that happened to me, it's not the case.
What is the Twilight Forest?
Is it ruled by a she?
It is ruled by many entities, and a little bit like the lords of the 5 nations rule over an expensive domain. Thelanis, the land of Fays, the Twilight Forest, is ruled by what they called Fey Lords.
So this This entity here is Fey.
I would wager so. I'm pretty sure it is so.
And what
I,
is this? Sorry.
I suggest we leave that corpse be and become what it's meant to become, unless we antagonize whatever is here further.
Well, it said it was going to be back and seemed intent on cleaving core in two.
Fays, they don't die as we do. They can die here in this place, but they seem to have a knack to find their way back. And they have long memories.
You sent us here because there were allies that were being destroyed, dismembered, whatever. Would you like to go back to where we encountered this thing and examine and decide whether or not you want this thing to come back, perhaps with a vengeance?
It will come back and continue to chop people up.
I would like to go back to this place just to make sure and see if I can feel anything.
Caleb will lead the way. He remembers how to get there.
So I'm gonna go over this quick. No gang follows you guys, and they notice like the burn marks. They go everywhere, like where the night fell, and where there's like more of burnt and withered traces of roots. She looks over that. She finds the mass grave that Het did for the 3 quicklings they didn't gather. She kind of used magic to. Well, she's gonna ask you for the 4th quickling corpse first, and she's gonna use magic to inter it, to bury it with its other friends, if you allow them.
Yes, of course.
And
Sorry
they're
about your
like,
potion, Quentin.
Sorry,
Sorry about your potion.
that was me, not.
Oh, okay.
and they're gonna take 10 minutes to do a ritual, and after they do the ritual, they're gonna spend like 5-10 minutes just going around this place, and they're like, I do feel the magic from Twilight Forest operating here. I feel like we should, for now, leave.
Yes, I was just thinking because I didn't trust this place. I was healing people up like mist, and I was going to touch Caleb and heal him for 5 hit points as well.
Oh wait, I just got healed. When?
Thank you, Quentin.
You got healed for 14 health, yes. And
Oh, okay.
Caleb, you got healed for 5.
Thank you, Quentin.
44. Thank you.
So, you guys follow No Gang and go back to Holtsedge, I guess?
Before Caleb leaves, while they were examining the area, he wasn't that busy. He would look around to see if he could find anything that might look like a poisonous plant that he might be able to help Quentin make antitoxin with. Should I make an herbalism?
Yeah, because in this place, there are herbs that you've never seen that like grow here. So
Sweet.
do an herbalism check.
All right.
It's going to be a difficult one, but if you're lucky, yeah.
Can
can
I help
roll?
with nature?
You can get help. Nature from Frankenstein is going to give advantage to Caleb.
Okay.
Because it's like nature or survival.
My
for
medical
herbalism.
intuition allows me to add a d4 to this roll as well.
And you have advantage, even though
It's
you
a
might
23.
not need it.
Okay. I'll roll again. See if I can get higher.
Because at this point, you don't need it.
No.
Yeah, I got a 23 on the roll.
You find a couple plants, like the first ones you stumble upon, like when you touch them, the tips of your finger, they become numb. And then when you taste them, you taste nothing. Like you just take a small bite and you're like, oh no, that's just not gonna do that. And then, like 5 minutes later, when your fingertips are still tingling, you touch an herb that is like a big leaf sprouting out of the ground with like almost like coarse hair on the underside of the leaf, and you're pricked by it a little bit, but it does remove the tickling sensation you had in your fingertips. And when you touch it, you feel like this might be an antidote, anti-poison, like your breath feels cleaner, and so no, I'm going too far with that. You find, roll me a d4.
D4. Okay, yes,
His
sir.
breath feels cleaner. Basically, I was just saying.
Disinfectant or something like that. You find 2 bundles of, I'm going to call that anti-poison, just to be clear. It's a generic anti-poison.
Would I consider that a consumable? Or a loot?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be, or loot, whatever, because you're going to have to turn it into a consumable. So it's loot.
Right. So two
then it's going to become a potion.
2 bundles of
Anti-poison.
Anti-poison. Okay, thank you.
I put my Quickling corpse as a consumable. Probably not but
It's a perishable.
So we are leaving and doing no further investigation, is what I'm hearing, and we are just leaving this corpse here. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding why that should happen.
Honestly, it seems like if we're just leaving this place, well, what was the point?
Yes, that was my question. If I'm not sure what this Twilight. You've said it's a Fey area and a manifestant. I'm not sure what that is.
The thing is, Nogang looks at you. We don't know which Fey Lord is here right now, and I wouldn't want to get them on my bad side, knowing that I have to protect the people of Holtsedge, and we are on the edge of this place. So we have to be careful in how we deal with them. Is it going to be a tribute? Is it going to be... Most of the time, they're not even compensable. They can't be influenced. They just want what they want. So for now, I feel like we should err on the side of caution.
Well, this one told us to leave and never return, and to tell the people that of the area who are civilized to go away and not come back. And then there was hinting that that it wasn't going to just stick to the forest.
And there was a female entity that we were not worthy of knowing the name of.
Yes.
And her face changes when you mention that they would take care of the village like they didn't like civilization. And I'm just going to roll that C. Wow, I'm going to roll that publicly.
This seems like one of those moon influence places. If this is similar to the crystals, perhaps we just seek out its center and we deal with it and it goes away, just like that other one.
I believe with what you just said, we are dealing with the Forest Queen. She's a very fickle one, prone to mood changes. She can be beneficent as much as she can be malevolent. And you can see she's kind of weirded out by this knowledge that you just told her about. And if I'm right, we have to be very careful.
What can you tell us about her? Is there anything we can give her to be more
on her good side, maybe?
yeah, maybe not her bad side.
Maybe we don't kill her followers and burn them.
Let us go back to Holtsedge. I need time to think about this and confer with my friends. Then I swear I will let you know everything that I know, but I have to make sure.
Again, this one here that we have slain that keeps trying to go back to Earth, what should be done with him? Just leave him here?
The corpse is still like in the valley, or is it with you guys?
We brought it.
Yeah, we brought it.
We should leave it here. This might be one of her servants, and we don't wanna bring more attention than we already have.
I look for the lushest patch of grass that I can find in the immediate vicinity, and I'm just like, let's just put it here, nice place for it to wake up. And then I start ripping out grass and just leave in common the word sorry.
My bad.
next to the corpse.
Nogang just watch you operating, and she kind of nods, and then she waits for you to be done, and then she's like, "Right, we shouldn't linger here. Meet me tonight at the Grove."
What
Well,
about
tonight.
this?
Wait, you're gonna spend a night in the woods, in the hills with no gank. Meet me tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon in
This
Holtsedge.
this quickling corpse. Should we just leave this here as well? I don't think we need to carry
Yeah,
it.
she
Yeah,
did.
heard it.
She did.
Okay.
Very
Just. All right. Cool. All right. Well then.
We set them up in a nice square around the body so it wakes up tonight.
You know, I said it out of character, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious if we really could turn that thing into a potion of haste.
I have no idea how to even cast the haste spell.
Yeah, we're.
It might even be one of the regents that you need, but a potion of speed, that's technically the name, might require a little bit more. But quicking blood might actually be part of it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, here's the
Do you
thing.
wanna-
None of us are alchemists, so we
Do you want
have
to
one in
buy
What do
town.
you mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can use an alchemist kit.
I know somebody who's an alchemist.
I'm pretty sure Tankenstein can as well.
This is more out of character. I don't know many DMs that without a huge series of skill challenges will let you make a potion of haste.
Yeah, it would involve many quests and
Yeah.
creating rare and very rare and legendary and artifacts. Like artifacts are impossible to create except the ones you got, but you didn't create them.
It's only a 3rd level spell. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal.
It's not that. It's the fact that none of us have the
But
ability.
let me decide what I allow, because sometimes
All right. Well.
a quest is kind of fun.
All right.
Yeah,
will-
Mist. I
and
don't
think-
know. I don't know
Alright,
about you, but like the only DMs who haven't let me craft magical 7th level spell items are like 4 DMs. So all the best ones just let us do it.
All right.
Well played, by the way.
Persuasion. Roll persuasion with advantage.
Exactly.
She convinced me. You
All
convinced me.
right. All right.
That night, when you're around the fire, let's just make it interesting. No Gank has had some time to think, because I kind of got mixed up that you would go to Holtsedge faster, but in fact you're going to spend a night camping with No Gank before getting back to Holtsedge, if that's what you want to do. But that night, because
Not in the forest.
it's almost dusk when you guys are done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She tells you what she knows of the Forest Queen. She looks at you, and she wishes she had marshmallows, but she doesn't. There was a time when the world was the wood, when there were no towns or steel. The Forest Queen ruled the endless world, maintaining peace between people and beasts. But as ages passed, her children, they grew restless in the shade of her leaves. Her eldest son came to her and said, "Mother, I dream of war. I want to build a fortress and wield a blade of steel." The queen replied, "Then leave the wood, but do not bring your metal into my domain." And so the son left the woods and founded the kingdom of Karnath. The next day the eldest daughter came before the queen. "Mother, I dream of magic. I want to build a tower and conjure fire." To which the queen replied, "Then leave the woods, but do not cast your spells in my domain." And so the daughter left the woods and founded the kingdom of Thaddeost. One by one the queen's children left her, until she was alone in the woods with the spirits and the beasts. And as each child raised a kingdom, the woods grew smaller and farther apart, and the heart of the Forest Queen grew bitter and cold. The people are her great-grandchildren, and she will not harm those who stay on the path and respect the beasts of the forest. But those who stray from the path, those who conjure fire or hunt with steel, those fools will be lost in the endless world and never again see the light of day. Or at least, that's how the legends that we share in the Druidic sects go. Of course, there are many different stories being told about the Forest Queen in different parts of the world, but I think even if this one that I just told you isn't true, I think there's a lot of wisdom to be gleaned from it. This is why I advise caution when dealing with the Forest Queen.
All due respect, I don't think we're your appropriate emissaries. And I kind of look over at Tankenstein. Steel and metal? It would offend on sight if your stories are true.
Not to mention that she is killing, or her servants are killing people coming out to gather food.
It depends on if they strayed from their whatever path she's designated.
Or if
It
they
seems-
were using steel in any way. It
Yes,
seems,
exactly.
opposed to metal of any sort.
It seems that if we were to be informed of the rules and abide by them, this may be okay. It may be workable at least.
Well, there is possible to make weapons out of wood or stone.
You have one right now. Bronze wood.
There is also a stone called obsidian, and the flint can be used to make weapons.
We should spread the word, perhaps with your blessing, Nogenk, to the nearby settlements, to avoid angering this queen of the forest.
So far, only one of our hunters' party from Holtsedge has encountered them. 2 dead, 1 survivor. I advise them to not go there, and I will take care of that. Making sure the wardens through the eastern reaches, sorry. West.
There was a survivor? What did the survivor say?
They were the one to let us know of the grisly trophies that these followers of the Forest Queen left behind, if that's really what happened. I guess they were either hunters from other communities or bandits, like so many bandits hiding in these woods. Maybe that's
Alright.
Maybe that's the good part of the Forest Queen being here, but if she's bent on making these woods hers, in time we might have to deal with her before she, well, breaks out of the confines of this forest. But for now, you should be as careful as the hunters were advising not to go in there. She might be more than you can take on.
Very well.
You might to put warning perimeter of the woods so nobody goes in mistakenly.
Who knows where that border would be, but I have to say, Tankenstein, Caleb will look at the axe, the special wooden axe that she's holding. I know that would be very helpful to you, and seems to be a worthy trophy for our victory here today, but perhaps we should leave this for where this warrior will rise.
My axe?
It does not
The
belong.
one that you claimed.
It does not belong here. That much is certain.
And Nogank is like, I do not know much about bronze wood, but I do not think it's magical in nature.
I was going to identify it, before I went to bed tonight, to see if there was anything I could find out.
I'll leave it to you. I just... the omen that it would see us again. You might be giving it a reason if you take its weapon. That's all I'm saying.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I understand.
What you notice about the axe, it's exceptionally hardwood. It's a bit lighter than your steel axe would be. Do you have battle axe or like hand axes?
No, I have an actual battle axe.
Okay, so it's like a little bit lighter, but when you clash them together, like it's as hard as the steel from your axe. But it's not magical. When you cast Identify on it, there's nothing that happens. It's just different material. It's a cool one though, like bronze wood, way tougher than normal wood, and way, well, a bit lighter than steel.
Hmm. Well, I guess I don't need axe. I have a perfectly.
I'm gonna tell you that you would know at this point. You've studied it, like identify the ritual. You're gonna take another 10 minutes just to look at the wood and scratch it, try to do your thing. Weapons made from bronze wood have no special characteristics apart from lighter weight. That's about it. But it's not metal, which is important for that guy you just killed.
Yeah, it's some. Yeah. All right. We'll leave.
I have an idea. Perhaps we should leave a message here, wrapped around the haft of that axe.
Cora already let like a sorry in the
No,
grass.
no. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about a one-word apology. I'm talking about a note left here for this night. What language would these creatures speak, Nogak?
Spoke to us in common.
It did
They
speak to us in
speak
common.
common, but their native tongue is Sylvan. Do you know Sylvan?
I do.
I do. Can you? Does it have a written component?
It
She's
does.
surprised at anyone that says they do, actually.
It's an old
let us-
language, but it's one that I was taught as a young halfling. I have it. I can speak
Perhaps
and I can
we-
write it.
Perhaps it might be worth leaving a message here for the night when they do rise. Let him know that we did not come to fight. We came to find out what happened to the
Hold on.
people
This
here.
is good stuff. This is good stuff. I'll take out some parchment and start writing. Anyone else, please tell me what to write.
That we did not wish to fight. We do not need to despoil the woods, and that we understand that his ruler does not like civilization. But the people here do need to gather food. But they don't wish to despoil the wood. What are her rules? What does she want other than just stay out? We want to bargain.
I think no metal was very specific. No metals, right?
But as Nogak said, this one is fickle. So I would like to ask for the rules, if they would be told, and perhaps we can say we would like to continue the discussion in the future, and we do not wish to fight when we come back.
A message of peace seems better than nothing, Nogak says.
I do my best to get that into a message on a piece of parchment written in Sylvan, and I'll leave it with the axe if Tankenstein's letting it go.
And Nogak looks over your shoulder when you do that, and she just like nods and hums and haws appreciatively. You do know Sylvan.
What?
Damn, Core. Core's bloodthirsty. What's happening?
Cor had a Jost moment.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm just messing. You were saying,
just
and I was just like, we were
No,
just whispering poison in the air.
You are a master at nothing if not saying exactly what should not be said, Het. Well done.
Honestly, it's a talent.
Hopefully there'll be an ally of sorts, perhaps, in the future, or at least not an enemy.
Exactly. I mean, I have no. I don't want to just be killing things indiscriminately, but I think there must be a way to come to some sort of agreement that will be beneficial for both sides, perhaps.
Nogak is like, death, it won't mind. Being bested, it might. Your next encounter with them, if there ever is one, if you ever come back here, might be an interesting one. And she just like looks at you quizzically, if you ever dare.
Well, I think at some point we're going to need to. I doubt that the killings will stop. So
I do believe we will have to. I hope the druids of the Reaches can help us in this endeavor, but most of them are not as interested in the development of the what once used to be Onderan communities here. Only the wardens of the woods apparently care for these people, even more than Onderan nobles did in the past. I hope I can convince the other druidic sects to
This
assist us.
this gesture that we have left here should help. You can tell them that we fought to defend ourselves, but in the end, we chose not to despoil this enemy, and we are seeking to work with them in the future.
I will say I'm very happy to learn that, well, on the surface, this doesn't appear to be the work of any cult from the dragon below. That being said, if this forest is being reclaimed, and she looks at you, Mist, you might be entirely right. It will become a problem.
No, Gank, who were some of the other druids that you mentioned that call the Elden Reaches home?
The gatekeepers are the most prominent and powerful sect in the Elden Reaches. They were taught druidic magic by a friend of the lesser races millennia ago to fight a war against the Delkir, and she says that it almost seems like it hurts like for her to say that. Xoriat! She almost spits the word. The masters, the ones that the cults of the dragon below pay fealty to. Fealty to. Wow, I'm confusing my words.
Yeah, they are the.
There are the Ashbound, who kinda worship nature in all of its. They might be the most similar ones and the most likely ones to fall under the sway of the Forest Queen. They are the ones who hold a grudge against civilization and the encroachment of the Five Nations on the Elden Reaches. And then those we despise the most, well, I despise the most personally, the Children of Winter. They worship death and decay in most of its form, even as a part of the natural cycle. I don't like them because they tend to cause death themselves. They tend to force the changing of the balance.
Are there
There
any?
are
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
there are myriad other ones, but none that like I could describe because I don't know most of them.
Are there any that might specifically work with the Fae, or specialize with the Fae?
There are plenty of those, just as there are many who will side with the shifters or the elven tribes in the Towering Woods, or even sometimes, and I'm ashamed to say, druids who will actually follow the teachings of the dragon below. There are as many druids and as many druidic sects as there are branches of the fates from the Five Nations, as far as I understand how it works in your countries, in your nations.
I just have one other question. And I look around at everyone. Like, do we fight trolls or thistle hides?
The trolls were the closest next, or was it the marshes?
The trolls to the north, near Mossmantle, to the north were closest, and it wouldn't be such a detour. Like it's almost like on the way to the west.
Oh,
It's a small
we are.
detour to the west marches. The marches west of Wolfspa. If you go back to the map,
Okay, hold on. Well, if the trolls are closest, I think them next, and then we will do the marshes. This works for you all.
Works for me. I was thinking trolls first as well. They're closer to Holtsedge.
in fact, it seems like it's longer to go straight from Holtsedge to like this place than it is to look at it. Like the cassettes are like a shortcut. This is weird. This is a weird triangle, so it's going to be faster to go north than west, indeed.
All right. Well, so the question was, Moss Mantle is still closer. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Do you think we should do the closest one first, since we are here?
Yes.
Quentin, during this time, what do you say?
Oh yes, yes. That sounds like a
Marvelous. This is a more satisfying thing, I think. Now, this is a. Yes, I think. Yes, I think we're done here, and I think in the future we should keep marshmallows on hand. So,
Thank you.
something to look into when we return to Holtsedge, perhaps. Or
So actually,
Ivana.
no gang casts good berries, and their texture is kind of like marshmallow, and you can
Oh,
roast
wow.
them over fire.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
They are good berries.
But are they good marshmallow berries? That's the real question.
as long as they're good.
Hmm. All right. Well, then, I suppose we should turn in and post our watches and pray that nothing attacks us in the middle of the night. This sounds like a excellent plan.
And before we end the game, I have to say this once more: dragon below instead of pillow.
Yeah.
This is
no.
going to be the end of our game, as you
Mhm.
guys, the next morning, after heating and roasting good berries on the fire with no gank and hearing face stories around the campfire, next game we're going to start in Holtsedge, and you guys might be ready for the next step.
Wait, Holtsedge. I
Thoughts?
thought we were going to Moss Mantle directly from
Oh,
here.
directly. Okay,
Yeah.
We're gonna. Perfect. My bad. I just have like a tendency to bring you guys back to Holtsedge.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I have a question before we go down for the night.
Go ahead.
Do I have is this enough that I can work on the last little bit of Sarah's webbing training?
You get one roll downtime checks. This one doesn't require a laboratory, and same thing for Zim. I would give one to Core for meditation, just to advance. I'm not gonna roleplay that. Anything like Quentin cannot be a doctor. I don't know if they have anything else. Dusk, Mist would need a trainer for acrobatics. Did could be a party member.
All right. I only need to roll a natural one to pass.
Sadly, Core didn't succeed on the DC because it's a different one. I mean, yours is not by progress, it's just like a number of set DC checks, so
Yep.
this one fails, sadly. Frankenstein, you completed. You have 3 webbing and munitions for Sarah
Oops.
and her web
The
shooter.
heck?
I'm gonna change your downtime activity, so next time you don't have to do the shooter, just it's gonna cost 50 gold pieces for 3 ammunition until you learn better and maybe how to infuse things, but for now, that's how I'm gonna balance it.
I just dropped my phone on the keyboard. I had to erase a message in Discord. I'm like, what the hell?
All right. Was there more business, or are we calling it a night?
I
We're
think
good.
We're done.
Yeah.
Marty,
I
Good
just
game,
wanna-
everyone. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for running the game, Marty. Thanks. And we'll be back here next week.
Always a pleasure. Take care.